seeking our assistance.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Miss Fanti Moba, and I'm seeking your assistance pertaining to my daughter. For some time now, for years now, I haven't seen my daughter. And I have been talking to the father over and over that I can see my child. He said no. His name is Nico Mayo Minko. I don't know where he's living. I don't know his whereabouts. I have asked him, I have been begging that I should be part of the child's life. Since the day the child left his older sister, and his older sister turned the child over to him behind my back that I don't know anything about, they have refused to allow me to see my child since the time the little turned 6 years old. And then this year, July 22nd, she'll be turning 9 years old. I have not seen my daughter. I have not laid eyes on her. I don't even know where they're living. The child father, Lincoln Mayor Miko, has refused to allow me to see my daughter. I have begged him. I have even connected him to my pastor. My pastor have talked to him. Other people have talked to him. He refused. He has been insisting that he will not allow me to see the child. I am calling on SOS. So please, whatever you will see this person, Nico Mayo Miko, this is the person, this is the guy. If you see him anywhere, I'm kindly asking you to please help me and call this my number, 0776 687630 or 888-526312. I repeat my number, 0776 687630 or 0888-526312. This is very important. I want to be part of the child life. I even want my daughter back because it is so sad. It is so bad that you will take the mother of the child and then you take the mother of the child from the child. It's not possible. It's not good. I want my child back.
Okay, so let me ask you some basic questions for the clarity of the public. When last did you see the child? How old was the child when you, according to you, turned the child over to his sister? And on what negotiation, what was your condition for which you had to, give custody to his sister?
I gave a child to her by the time a child was 4 years old. It was not something like we made paper or anything. It was something like where she decided to take care of her brother's daughter to be her help. That was all. And
at that time, where was she living?
She was living in Habel.
And where were you at that time?
By that time, I was living with he and his man at Duboro and Market Way.
So you are basically saying when you turn the child over to his older sister in Habel, both of you were staying in a relationship.
Yes.
You were in a relationship, but you were staying at his mother's place.
Yes, he and I.
So when did you people separate? When did you people hold your separate way?
We separated about 2020.
Okay. You went your separate way.
Yes.
And you still had to get in the custody of the sister.
Yes.
So is it his older sister or his younger sister?
His older sister.
You care to tell her name? You care to call her name?
Her name is Nandel Minko.
Nandel Minko. And you know her whereabouts currently?
No, she traveled.
Where?
They said Ghana.
So she traveled to Ghana. And since you are basically telling her again, nearly 5 years, you have not had any interaction with your biological daughter.
When the child was with the sister, at 6 years old, I had connection with her.
Yeah, you periodically visited her.
Yes. Okay. Well, when the 6 years passed, 7, 8, 9, this year come and make it 3 years. I have not seen her. I have not talked to her. I don't know anything about her.
So aside from just coming, making what other effort have you made? Have you gone back to his mother's place? Have you gotten your mother involved? What other extended family member telling you about his whereabouts? What are you hearing from them?
Okay. I called the mom on her phone. She refused. She don't call. She don't pick my calls. And they don't have a specific place that they live. They don't have their own house.
Okay.
So they are like renting. When the rent gets expired, they will move.
All right.
So where they moved to the new place, I don't know. I went to the old place and they said they are not there anymore. They don't know where they moved.
So every effort you're making with your daughter father to have access with the child is not really any effort because he's deliberately refusing.
Yes.
But I overheard you saying he stated that he worked with City Concours FM. You know to explain that part. When did he tell you that? How did that conversation come about?
Yesterday, I called him pleading again to let me have access to the girl and to see the child. And then he said, anytime he ready, I will see the child. So I told him, I'm tired. I have been begging you for years now to see this one child. Since you have refused the child, then you and I will not talk on the phone again. That we'll just meet with children and women and children protection agency, and they both of us will meet there. He said, yes, you can bring them. I'll be waiting for you to my working place. I'm working with Cool FM. So I see you working with Cool FM. He said, yes, I'm working with Cool FM. I'll be waiting for you there. He finds out the child will choose who they want to be with. I said, but then we'll meet. That's how he dropped the call.
Okay. So have you made an attempt to formally make a formal complaint at any Jabo, the Women and Children Department?
No, this is my first time, and I have come to do it. I'm tired begging. I have been so very lenient, and I need my child back. So this is my first time.
So after this interview, you are making your way to lodge a formal complaint.
Yes.
So for the purpose of helping you in this endeavor, you care to just zoom the camera back so I need the watching audience can see, and as you are showing it, you care to call his name, his full name. Just take the time to call his name.
Lincoln Mayon Minko.
Lincoln Mayon Minko. So he's your ex.
Yeah, my ex.
You have what is his profession? Is he a journalist or what is
your IT boy?
Okay, he's your IT guy. All right. So finally your name again.
My name is Miss Panty Moba.
Okay, so there you have it, Miss Panty Moba. She sent out the SFL call to get in contact with her daughter. Thank you for speaking.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Cool TV and Cool FM. My name is Benjamin Keba. We are right here in the Vocal Mission area. We are here to do an exclusive interview with the mother of the late Musu Tapla, who allegedly raped and killed by.
Okay, so we gathered this information this morning where we were invited at the Leighton Irrigation School to do a report about your daughter. So do you care to tell us your daughter's name and what exactly happened?
My daughter name is Musu Tapla. She was attending the Leighton Irrigation School 8th grade class. Musu got sick in April 1st. She started the sickness. When Musu was sick, we carried Musu to the hospital. We went to Florida. Florida gave her a report. From there, we reached to SOS. SOS did a report and they called me, they asked me, your daughter can drink? I said no. Your daughter can smoke? I said no. Your daughter can take it? I said no. The man said, but her liver is damaged. It's like she talking or something. So from there, SOS kept her for 2 days. We left from SOS, we went to GFK, refused her, went to other hospital, refused her. We took her to the military hospital. When we reached there, they put her on oxygen. So the doctor called me that evening and asked me the same question. He said, your daughter can smoke and who are her friends? I said, Musu don't smoke. Musu don't drink. He said, but what is the cause? She ever suffered from liver problem? I said no. She ever complained to you? I said no. Was feet ever swell? I said no. Was stomach? I said no. He said, how long the sickness begin? I said, the sickness started on Musu just 1 week, like cool. And we went to the hospital and I just report the hospital.
And the 1 week you're talking about, which day?
The sickness started we started the process from April 15. We started the process. She said she was complaining about cold. And she started taking treatment. So when we reached the military hospital, they put it on a lab test. The man called me around 8 p.m. He said, are you the mother for Musu Tapla? I said, yes. He said, who are Musu friends? I said, ready to school. I don't know her friends, but in the yard, children, she friendly with. He asked the scene, the next question SOS asked me. So he said, but Musu liver is damaged from a substance. So I said, I already know. The man said, okay, you can go outside. Now Musu stay there. We went there on Saturday. Sunday morning, Musu died. When Musu died, they go on Saturday.
Sunday morning, which day?
They go on the 26th, Musu died. Musu died on the 26th. Musu died, we bury Musu on a they go on Saturday. They go on Saturday. So we bury Musu phone. I talk Musu phone. I was behind the house. I started reading through Musu phone. When I went to the text message, I saw this person in steering. And everything was about loving. And from Musu's sickness, Musu started to complain to him that her stomach was hurting. When I read his text message, when I go to some places, he would tell us, I want to carry you to the hospital and this. And she said, he asked her if he's pregnant, what would do? And they said, we'll take it off. So he said he reached 18 and he started to tell her some things to encourage her. After she reached 18, he will find a horse for her, this, that, other thing. So I started to trace his number. I called him. When I called him, he answered me, he said, you're in Banga. And him and I said, talk the next day. So I called one or two people from the community and I lodged a complaint to them. They said, but the best thing, let the school authority know about it. So I asked, I should carry police with me. They said, wait. When I went there, I called the principal. I get the phone. I made the principal talk. When we got you talking, he said he wanted the phone. I said, no, the phone. I can't get you the phone. I need a policeman to be here. Then the authority came. He said, rest assured me that the phone when he gave me a, I will do everything possible for the man to come. And he read the test. When he read the test, he said, I said, what's that? He said, but the man need to come. Then he facing justice. Right away, he called the bell. When the walkie, he called some teachers, other orders. They said I should get the phone to read it. I told him, I said, no, I can't get the phone. I want a police people to come in. Let the law come in. And he said, rest assured me, the man is here. If anything will tell you what the law. I said, I'm telling you people, let the law come in. And he said, I should rest assured them. That's how when the man was reading the test. When the man read the test, he reached to some place. When he said, you did it right? She said, yes, I did it right. But the man called him. He said, the boss said, shut up, he got up. When he got up, I told the teachers, I said the boy running away. And I won't look. He got on. They said they sending people behind him. They said I should not find it. He won't run away. I had their fins, everything sealed up. Although my sister ran behind him, and with the teacher, I had the boy escape. When he escaped, we started to tell him, when I call the police team. When the police team went to the police station, the authority is saying that the boy was not an employee. He was hired by somebody to be working in school. And this guy been working in the school for the past 5 years for the student. So I reached the police, they took all the records, and they said we should bring the test certificate and we'll start from there. I had the whole thing happen.
Okay, so people would like to know, according to you, you called him and you spoke to him, asking whether he know about Musu death. So people would like to know whether you knew that he and Musu was loving or because of a conversation.
Yes, from the text, it made me to know that he and Musu were loving, but there was nothing in the text, the friendship, everything was loving thing. I love Musu. Even the time Musu went to the hall the first night, he changed Musu name to his name. And I get the text here, everything is in the phone.
And Musu is how many years of age?
Musu is 17, they go on April, May. March 28th, 17 years old.
Okay, so do you care to read some of the text message out there for our viewers, our followers, so that they can know what's exactly happened between Musu and Stephen Johnson?
I can.
So folks, wherever you're following us live from, we are here again at Musu resident here in the Focal Mission community. So please share this live broadcast as we await the conversation from Musu and this fellow who is on the run.
Okay. From the test, when they started the conversation started from this test. Now when the second were on, it started April 2nd, 10:54 p.m. And so Musu said to him, so you were sleeping from 12 to 6? He said, yes, I was sleeping from 12 to 6. Then Musu said, Then he said, what about you? Musu said, I was in class. Okay. So let me read the important one where she started her stomach hurting, this, that, everything. So he called Musu that morning. He said, good morning, sweetie. How was your night? Musu said, it was perfect. Where are you? Musu asked him, where are you? He said, I'm now, right now, and at work, my love. Then Musu say, okay, oh darling. Then he said, I'm seeing you today. Musu say, where? He said, in my chest. Then from there he went on telling Musu. He said, Baba, oh love. Then he said, thank you for saving my name, my number as SJ Aaron. It hurt me when I saw it. Then Musu said, how did you save my number? Then he said, honey kun. Then he said, the source of my honey. Then Musu told him, said, sorry for that. Then he told Musu, he said, it was Musu Tapla when we did begin the relationship. But I changed it when you left my house. Then he called, he said, good morning. Then he used his name on Musu. He said, good morning, Mistress Musu T. Johnson. I write to apologize for not being able to keep you online last night. So where the whole topic starts from, I want to get to another important text is this. Then while they had a conversation from one day, then Musu started to call him babe. He couldn't answer Musu. Musu said, I call babe. My phone, he started asking Musu, what was your phone? So Musu started to tell him how his phone was on charge. Then he went. Then Musu said, babe, my stomach. Then he said, what with this stomach, babe? Are you pregnant? Musu said, have you done the entity test? Musu said, no. He said, it's gas. Musu said, no. You need to take treatment or your daddy. Musu said, no. So he went on and Musu said, I don't know, but it's not gas. Then he told Musu, what do you think it is? Musu said, babe, I don't know. Then he told Musu, he said, okay, I have to take you to Tuporo clean it over the weekend. Musu said, okay. Then he asked Musu in the text and said, I did buy it because, okay, now the other one, I'm searching for another important one. You either, okay, he started to tell Musu one or two things. Then Musu said, baby, I missed my period. Then he told Musu, then it means that you're pregnant. Then Musu told him, say, I'm not pregnant. Then he said, what decision, what do you think you decide? Keep it moving. He started to pet Musu. But still, Musu keep talking. He said, you get the entity test. He tell Musu how much to buy it, this, that, all type of text. But the main important text here was this. He started to tell Musu, I don't want to stress you. Don't stress me, this, that. Until Musu started to call him. So we reached to the important part. No, okay. When he asked Musu if he did his stuff, I want to read. Why are you answering me this way? Then so another text here, because the text so long, he asked the girl, you did his stuff, right? She said yes. Yeah, he told her, so he did his stuff, right? And she said yes. And he asked her, he said, don't tell your mind. He said, I will never tell anybody. That's just what she said, like the text said. That's some of the messages from him to Musu.
Okay. So you have read a lot to the public. So would like to know what's your family stand right now as the case is at the Labrador National Police. What do you hope to see?
Okay, you can see the other text here because he asked he tell Musu say, I promise you, darling, be my stomach. Then she continued to say my stomach. Then he asked her, are you sure you did this stuff right? She said, yes, I do it. So that where I pick it from, I said, but something went on somewhere because he kept asking her, and from the text, that I concluded that something went on somewhere. Because the doctor asked me, she knows when they were pregnant, and why they were damaged. Why one week signal with damage on the wall? So for now, you asked me a question.
Okay, so let's go back to this question. I'm asking, what's your family stand right now?
Yeah, because we went to the police and who Yoki him, and the police is saying that we should bring the death certificate. From the death certificate, we start from there. That's why they sing. So tomorrow we're hoping to get the death certificate to carry to them.
Okay, so what's the school, what's the administration is saying in this?
The administration trying to tell me that this guy was not an employee. He was not an employee. In fact, they were cutting a contract. That someone he was a contractor and someone brought him. And I had to turn the contractor over to us. What he said.
So did he ask him for any contract sheet, the principal or anyone?
No. Nobody asked him for contract sheet. Only turn the man over to us. How was the police station?
So who's the man you are talking about?
The principal.
He tell who over?
So the man that they gave the contractor as a what thing? For the computer or something, because he says a contract.
But they are saying that this guy was not working in their employ. Then why say that the school intercepted the case and told you not to call police?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the question I asked the teacher, the principal. I said I shouldn't call police, but now the man when he say we're waiting to hear from you and hear from him, they still will come to take the case over to the authority, but the man run away now. One day.
So as it stands, the man is still on the run.
The man still on the room.
Okay, so what's the final message as we take leave of you?
Yeah, I want for the government to come in because we went to the station. The man that they said he get a contract, they released the man, and the police is saying that they want to get the death certificate, then they can start from there. So that what will stop here is that to release the birth certificate, the death certificate.
So how soon will these papers be available for the public?
By tomorrow I will get the. By tomorrow we'll get the paper to them.
Okay, your name again.
My name is Stephen Bata for you.
Okay, thank you. So folks, that's it.
Because on the 26th, Musuda on the 26th. Musuda, Ubera Musu on the they go on Saturday. They go on Saturday. So Ubera Musu phone. I talk Musu phone. I was behind the house. I started reading through Musu phone. When I went to the text message, I saw this person in steering. And everything was about loving. And from Musu's signal, Musu started to complain to him that her stomach was hurting. When I read the text message, when I go to some places, he would tell us, I want to get you to the hospital and this. And she said, he asked her if he pregnant, what would do. And they said, we'll take it off. So he said he reached 18 and he started to tell her some things to encourage her. After she reached 18, he will find a house for her, this, that, other thing. So I started to trace his number. I called him. When I called him, he answered me and said, you're in Banga. And him and I said, talk the next day. So I called one or two people from the community and I lodged a complaint to them. They said, but the PST, let the school authority know about it. So I asked, I should tell the police with me. They said, wait. When I went there, I called the principal. I get the phone. I made the principal talk. When we got you talking, he said he wanted the phone. I said, no, the phone, I can't get you the phone here. I need a policeman to be here. Then the authority came. He said, rest assured me that the phone when he gave me I will do everything possible for the man to come. And he read the test. When he read the test, he said, I said, what's that? He said, for the man to come. Then he facing justice. Right away, he called the bell. When they walking, he called some teachers, other over there. They said I should get the phone to read it. I told him, I said, no, I can't get the phone. I want our police people to come in. Let the law come in. And he said, rest assured me, the man is here. If anything will tell you what the law. I said, I'm telling you people, let the law come in. And he said, I should rest assured them. Now, how when the man was reading the test, when the man read the test, he reached to some kind of place. What he said, you did it right? She said, yes, I did it right. But the man called him, he said, the boss said, shut up, he got up. When he got up, I told the teachers, I said the boy running away. And I won't look. He got on. They said they sending people behind him. They said I should not find that he won't run away. I had their face, everything sealed up. When my sister ran behind him, and with the teacher, I had the boy escape. When he escaped, we started to tell him where far we call the police team. When the police team went to the police station, the authority is saying that the boy was not an employee. He was hired by somebody to be working in school. And this guy been working in the school for the past 5 years when the student.
God bless us and save the state. The voice of the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yimok added on you all the voice of the President from Barbados. It's good to have you here again. This wonderful. We are making games. We're getting there by the special grace of the Almighty God, trying to reconnect and regain our status among community nations. But it's good to be back on this radio this morning. This wonderful, wonderful 12th day in the month of May. I'd like to say to all of the folks watching us from across the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this edition of the Morning Ride. It promises to be great again this wonderful day as we bring you all of the training events in Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. It's always a joy having you watching us on Cool, as well as on our full Facebook page and our Cool YouTube channel as well. You can follow us on Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Online. All of these outlets bring you what all we discuss Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. after we run through issues of national and global concern. On this edition, I'm with you folks. T. Nicholas Barkley is the man behind the camera, and Tanya of the ambassador alongside this morning. But welcome. It promises as we walk the walk, we talk the talk, and have to shift the paradigm of our democracy. Without favor, we usually speak on that little truth. The very hard truth, as said on this platform. Folks, I'm with you folks. Once again, have it said, a good time. Leave all of the comments there, and in the comment section, we'll try to read it out for you. You can watch, share. You want to be a sponsor to the show, we're open to doing business with you. Whether you want to sponsor the first segment, the second segment, or the last segment, just walk in here. We say we are a follower, and we're going to talk to you on this. We'll take a brief and be right back this morning.
He said we should bring the death certificate. It will start from here. How the whole thing happened.
Okay, so people would like to know, according to you, you called him and you spoke to him, asking whether he knew about Musu death. So people would like to know whether you knew that he and Musu was loving or because of a conversation.
Yes, from the text, it made me to know that he and Musu were loving, but there was nothing in the text, the friendship, everything was loving thing. I love Musu. Even the time Musu went to the first night, he changed Musu into his name. And I get the text here, everything is in the phone.
And Musu is how many years of age?
Musu is 17, they go on April, May. March 28th, 17 years old.
Okay, so do you care to read some of the text messages out there for our viewers, our followers, so that they can know what's exactly happened between Musu and Stephen Johnson?
I can.
So folks, wherever you're following us live from, we are here again at Musu resident here in the Focal Mission community. So please share this live broadcast as we await the conversation from.
And this is where we are today on this wonderful, wonderful day. As you may be aware, over the weekend there are a lot of things that actually took place. We saw the delegation from, an island country, Barbados, and from the Atlantic Ocean there in the Caribbean region. It's a nice country with lots of potential, financial benefit for Liberia in terms of having such a biological tie and where Liberians we have the opportunity now to move there back and forth. When we're talking about tourism, we talk about there are a lot of other things to talk about. And it's great that we have seen the potential thanks to the team for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Special Presidential Ambassador on Tourism, as well as Ambassador Christopher Hisananga, for all of what you guys have done in recent time to make sure that we do not just sit and just watch to wait for America, for the UK, Germany, Japan, China, India, all of these countries, but we are thinking outside of the box now, where we see that, look, we have a lot of rich history and heritage of our country that can be so out there, and what people can make the case for Liberia, where we will have to go to Barbados without any visa, is what is great. Liberians can take a holiday there. Folks from there can take holiday to Liberia and visit some of the historical sites and see that we all have one thing in common. We all from the same background and all of these things. And we hope Liberia can actually use such, biological tie to the benefit of our people back home. But it's always good that we have some of these things done. It's not to take personal glory, but it's for Liberians to benefit both one and another. Countries around the world are benefiting from some of these things. It's not just to have these things. And that's what the president said, we must be able to connect to countries that Liberia can benefit hugely from. And we must send people that are willing, well-trained, seasoned diplomat, and not just going there for their own selfish gain or live at the expense of the poor struggling taxpayers. But rather, you go there and see how best you can attract people to Liberia, where they can come to invest into the tourism sector. Yeah, the person who leave from here and say, okay, I will go to Blue Lake and modernize it to a standard that even when somebody comes to Liberia, he or she wants to go and relax, take picture, and in return, our economy will expand. So we say hats off to the team there. It was good, and it's very great to have these people. Thank you, folks. A country, not populated country, Yeah, just imagine. The country, the poor are here plenty. Yeah, poor are plenty, and they are 75% Christian. Christianity is the major, the largest city in there. It's called Bridgetown. It's the largest, which is the capital. Bridgetown. So they are there, and just a unitary form of government, a parliamentarian republic. And so we wait to see. We all got almost the same thing here. So welcome, folks. Let's have a good time together this morning. Today, our 12 graders will start the wax. We want to wish them well. We want to say to all of them that we'll be sitting. Go and make your family, your school proud. Keep your heads high above water. And we asked that our state security will provide necessary security for them. We'll safeguard them. Parents, be mindful, watch over the kids, because at this time, most of the time is where some negative things, some things that should not have happened will happen. And school administrator, hope that you can also make sure that mechanisms are put into place and don't use the situation to exploit parents or the children. At the end of the day, it become another thing. But we want to say to all of the folks, it's good that we are now watching to see our kids go now to sit for their exam, and hope that it be peaceful, and we wish all of them well. We got this report coming in this morning at the Packoping Junction. We are told reportedly there's a protest from commercial drivers who are protesting. We understand vehicles so difficult going for or coming because they are alleging that police officers usually issue them tickets with huge amount, sometimes $45, $35, $40, $50 ticket for a traffic violation reportedly, and so they are fed up and want to grab the concern of the national government, so they have put up a protest, and I hope to talk to Theophilus too if he gets there, so we can get a clear picture of the understanding. He might just be there to talk to one or two of the drivers, but it's something that's being reported. But we said our team there to make sure that these facts are gathered and presented to you as well. But you know, come to think about it, and as well, we are getting report that about 12 o'clock today, the embattled speaker quite recently that was being recognized as a legitimate speaker from the Supreme Court of Liberia has turned in his resignation as speaker, calling for fresh election. And reportedly in the letter, they are now asking that the deputy speaker comes in as the acting speaker until elections are held for speaker and other officials. But we will be watching that closely today. And we understand that some members of the Rule of Law Caucus are so much disappointed in Honorable Kofa, but some have already said it's a precedent they have set, and Liberia lives on, and we remember what he stood for. But we watch the drama as it unfolds. Now, we've been talking about corruption, fighting corruption, where people, both home and abroad, have said corruption are eating the fabric of our society. For corruption has kept us in the dungeon. Corruption has denied people of basic social services. Corruption has been so much open that fearlessly people do not regard the rule of law. People do not think that when I do this, this is what awaits me as punishment. But I will have people protecting me over the period of time. And those who we corrupt, we can give them little, and they are willing to die for us. You know, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the LCC, with a lot of other cases before her that she has investigated further into the Ministry of Justice. The General Auditing Commission also conducted a lot of audit as well, pending investigation or pending court trial on some of these things. We stay with that from the days of former President Ellen Johnson to leave to former President George Weah to current President Joseph Yuma Walker. There are a whole lot of corruption allegations into the public there. And some of the folks that even died before being prosecuted, some of the out of this country had to get them back. That's why we call for strengthening our tie with our international partners, that people do not get away. Look, this thing is not a laughing matter. This thing is a very serious matter to talk about. Where people think that in order to build a house, you must corrupt the institution that you are spearheading. You should rob other people of what they earnestly deserve. You prefer for the hospital and clinics to be other medicine and other logistics, and you want to live in a 2-3 story building. You prefer for people to die. You prefer for the kids to sit on the floor on broken benches and chairs in the dilapidated building with loud leakages, and you are there filibustering, carrying shoulder and arms, and you got this, you got that, and everything looks so nice. You prefer that there should be no farm to market roads. The poor woman who is in belly fastener, in Zozo, in Sastan, in Fishtown, Yapatstown, and all of these places should not have access to a better road, should not have access to a better clinic. The kids should not have access to better education. These places should be left in their position that before the war came, And after the war, they are still in those same conditions where kids and adults are at risk crossing bridges, where promises were made, but yet to see them having access to electricity, safe drinking water, and access to better education, health, and better roads. People being entrusted to stir the affairs of the country reportedly will put their hands into the cookies jar. And Liberians have called over and over. You quite recently, you listen to the president, he issued executive order. Reaffirming the mandate of the Office of the War and Economic Records, infusing 2 million to carry on activities. And we see today one of a landmark ruling, though the accused has stated that she's innocent and she wants to maintain that she's innocent. And she's now talking about misrepresentation of key evidence in the court ruling. The program manager of the Planned Parenthood Association of Liberia, Henry Naplo, have said she's innocent. This is just one of the cases that we have seen under the stewardship of Honorable Joseph Yuma Parker. And a lot of Liberians are bracing themselves and saying, yes, it better late than never. We're starting this case now. And this is a clear sign and tells you the writing on his wall that nobody will be off the hook when it comes to this matter. Those who have placed their hands in the cookies jar, when investigated, that's why we are calling for impartial investigation. It should not be politically motivated. It should be free of politics, religion, or whatever. But it should be on the foundation and the basis of that you committed this crime. It's not because you're from this tribe, you're from this party, you're from this religion. That's why you're being persecuted. But you are persecuting you based on your own action. And so they have rejected the recent ruling by Criminal Court C, convicting her on corruption-related charges, alleging that the key evidence was misrepresented according to her and misinterpreted, and advised to take the case to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court now is there again. They're going to the Supreme Court. So Judge Blamore Dixon had brought down his verdict. The jury went through and is found her guilty, and to restitute 200,000 United States dollars with a fine of 300, and also to spend time behind bars for 10 years. But they are rejecting that. You know, we need to hear and see more of these things happening into our country, where people think that they can get to position, use this position, enrich themselves, and get away. Because the culture of impunity over the period of time has allowed us to reach to where we are today. So fighting corruption, people will usually see it as something that politics. Oh yeah, because this person, because people would not just easily see that the fight is the fight to cut off the culture of impunity. But people normally see these things as a political fight. That you're going after this person because either this person was appointed during the regime of this person, during the regime of that person. So since the person no longer sits in that position, so you're going after the people. But we will not sit and take off the political garment and say, look, can we look at this thing holistically and see that we look at this matter as a matter that should be fought in a way that we get the result. If this person's name is clear, it's clear. There are hundreds of cases before the Ministry of Justice. The Liberians are calling the ministry to speedily try these people. If they are not guilty, let the public get to know that this person did not commit the crime he or she was being alleged to have committed, and this person can be let go and restore that person dignity and all of the rights and give them the freedom that they deserve. If guilty, that these people, whoever will be found guilty, face the full weight of the law, and the law determines what sort of punishment will be given. We have thousands of young people across Liberia, adults who are behind bars, pre-trial detainees who have not been tried. Some have died, some sick, some been let go because the prisons are overcrowded across Liberia. And that's why we keep telling government to fight corruption with a huge financial strength, because there are folks who have taken millions of dollars, and those who are going after them, those who are persecuting them, are underpaid, except they decide to show love for the country, show patriotism, nationalism. But these people, having interaction with these people, encountering these people that have been alleged to have taken millions of that, you pay somebody $150 US every month. You call one investigator, one auditor making $3, $4, $5, or even $1,000, and he's going after somebody investigating who been alleged to have taken 2-3 millions. You pray, tell me, it takes the intervention of God or that person to understand that, look, I know this money, when this person give me such the amount of money, my family could be well off. We could take a holiday out of Liberia. I could buy, 2-3 homes and put it into rent. But we cannot fight these people who are so powerful with what they have reportedly stolen. Yes, we have to make sure that government commit yourself to the fight against corruption, that these institutions are fully empowered, like the assets recovery thing. You want people to recover something that was stolen reportedly from the Liberian people, both home and abroad. How much money do you pay them? How much money do you invest into this institution? Go to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. These investigators, those auditors, go to the General Auditing Commission. Those auditors These are people of high integrity. And to maintain their integrity, they should be paid well. They should be given all of the necessary support, financial, logistical support, all of these things. See what we're talking about. Criminal policy is now saying she should restitute 200,000 United States dollars with a fine of 300 and go to jail for 10 years. And the family have rejected that misrepresentation and misinterpretation, lack of serious evidence, wanted to take the case now to the Supreme Court. And there are so many of these cases. Other countries today are benefiting hugely. People are restituting money that they took. Properties being seized. Luxury cars, watches, jewelries. People going to jail. Powerful leaders. In Liberia, it's about people going to defend people. You saw the case that is ongoing with a former minister of finance, Samuel Toy, and co-defendants. They were there asking that they should be accorded a means of being entitled to be free. They were calling for, they were talking about immunity, that they should not be tried because they took instruction order from the former president, George Weah. They used the money for security reason and they should not be here loud. We're talking about 6 million plus. And now, what they are saying, the court record now, what they are saying, there are a lot of things they are now putting into place to say. According to them, the court decision was heavily influenced by testimony from the Liberia Business Registry, which claimed that Fast Track, a company cited in the case, was never legally registered entity. And according to them, the documents submitted by the family show that the Fast Track has been officially registered since March 12, 2013, with Sam Tucker listed as the sole proprietor. And according to them, this contradiction raises troubling question. And one of the things that they even say into this matter again, the family also said, the father noted that Mrs. Nipro wasn't married until March 2014, nearly a year after Fast Track reportedly conducted a transaction with the Planned Parenthood Association of Liberia in April 2013. They also revealed that the company has since done business with various government agencies, including the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, the same institution prosecuting the case. So all of these things they could refer to it as misrepresentation, misinterpretation, and all of these things. Court document shows that at the time of the alleged offense, Mr. Nipro served as program manager at the Planned Parenthood Association of Liberia, and the prosecutor accused her of diverting $38,200 United States dollars meant for youth center renovation to purchase a vehicle for the executive director. You see the kind of money what the program play with here? See the kind of money what the people can pay. No wonder why you see You find one young girl, she's 15, 16, or 17, in the rural part of Liberia, even in Mosurado and other counties, are having kids. Some of them got 2, some of them got 3, because those who should be reaching out to have these people planning the family, how many kids, when to have it, and educating them, are not reaching out to these people. So we're having mothers becoming mothers before they are fully mature to be mothers. And these are societal problems. These are some of the problems we are faced with on a daily basis. These are some of the problems Liberians being confronted with, and we see it, but we close our eyes and we don't look up in politics, in the direction. But people must be able to pay for the scholarship when they serve. You turn to the other person and say, no, I'm part of it. Because our justice system have been flooded with people who lack integrity and have no love for the country. The focus is about what I can get for myself right now. And they use our young brother who claims to be intellectual to go and stand for them. And a whole lot. We're going to be talking a whole lot today. A whole lot of things. Good morning, Ambassador.
Good morning, and after a long weekend again, it's great. I want to say thanks to our people. Those of you always watching us and following us is important. Those of you who follow us on YouTube, we say thanks. On Facebook, 91.9, our fellow listeners, and those who contribute, we want to say welcome to you. It's great. This aspect of corruption into our society is one that needs to be addressed with serious urgency and sincerity. Because more often you find that the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission will carry on some investigations after getting tipped off and find reasons for charges placed on people and turn those investigations over to the Ministry of Justice to carry on a comprehensive and a judicial investigation in the matter. But then the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission is also complaining that there have been several delays into issues. Mind you, the issue at the Planned Parenthood with earning employer is one of the evidence. That case was filed into 2024. We don't say it's belated, but one may say this fast-tracked, but there are other cases already still on the docket. And we need to fast-track the cases to allow others to come in and also find that those people who are being helped in line with coming in conflict with the law should be able to bear the consequence of such. Because when these allegations come out on people and there aren't a full-scale investigation to ascertain the facts, Liberians then are left in a doubt. Liberia are left in a doubt. Now, Henry is now still maintaining her innocence in the matter. And she's now saying that the court ruling is coupled with some alleged misrepresentation. This is not the first. You found the issue with the quote-unquote NAFA former boss who had an issue with allegations on her head that was investigated by the board. Recommendations came up when the president had to take some action against her. She said no. It's another issue again of misrepresentation. She said that there are a lot of missteps in the process leading to her dismissal, and she see that as being unjust, as unfair, against her moral right as a Liberian serving a position to forfeit such a allegation on her. So fast tracking cases will help us get at burst. And one thing, like Brent understand, even those who have been naming one or two issues of allegations, that the allegation doesn't mean that you are guilty. There are allegations on persons, but then when these cases have been adjudicated, they arrange substantial fights to prove that this person is culpable of such an act being leveled against them. And the case may be dropped or you be acquitted on the process, especially where when pieces of evidence are now found to support the claims of such a charges on you. So it's a big call up to the Ministry of Justice. It's important that these cases be fast tracked in time so that we can get to the bottom of it. Because now here we are with all of the time that have gone from last year 2024 up to now, and employers now saying it's a couple of misrepresentation, and at some point in time there were requests for documents covering the period of 2013 to 2018, and the Planned Parenthood submitted records of such process. Though there was some discrepancy that came along, especially when 2010 to 2018, they were providing 2010, 2012, and issues were still revealing, uncovering further evidence into the matter that precipitated those investigations upon. But she's still saying, I'm not guilty of this crime. There are several misrepresentations of the pieces of evidence provided that are now of facts. So the burden of proof now is lie there with the accuser to say, yeah, okay, some will say you liable of this crime, and you say we can't find it, we got it. We don't have to go through another process here. It's very important. So we should be mindful that this is, but the issue of prosecution and investigation into Liberia handling matters should not be taken like this. Because if these things are, it hurt the country, it hurt the young generation, it hurt future leaders, because those who should be beneficiaries of issues will not or may not benefit from these things, because there may be some hands into commercial cycle that may just strangulate those resources, take it for their personal use, and at the end of the day, the country is still lying in the system. So it's very much important.
Yes, so indeed, very much important, and we need to, there are, like you said earlier, there are many of the cases before the Ministry of Justice. Some of the cases being investigated already forwarded to the Ministry of Justice, even before Councillor Edwin Clark Martin left the LCC. There were hundreds of cases that was already being investigated and forwarded to the Ministry of Justice for further prosecution. And we're still having these cases. I think the fight against corruption should not be seen, as a joke. It should be seen as something that we can see and fight it properly in Liberia. But if we just see it and say, oh yeah, just leave it, and think that we can add politics to it, that the person is being prosecuted because of the link to this political party or to that political party, it is serious. Now she has threatened to go to the Supreme Court. She wants to go to the Supreme Court to look into this matter.
And that's all right.
Sure.
It is all right to go to that level, to get a redress of the matter. But it's also a serious matter that, mind you, there are alleged allegations on you that you committed such an act. And if the court is saying this, especially with the level of the LCC, they said they carry an investigation and they have evidence, and they push this matter up to the Criminal Court, the Minister of Justice, and they proceeded with the process, and then now they are coming up with the judgment. They are coming with this judgment on her. Imagine 10 years, 200,000, fine $300. This shows that it's a grave allegation. The issue of the Piwita vehicle, the 4 Everest SUV, laptops, catering services, and the youth program expenses all came upon her. And these are lessons. As a matter of fact, Judge Blamo Dixon has directed a court upon the sentence to notify the Ministry of Justice to conduct a pre-sentencing investigation ahead of the final sentencing process, because that conviction followed the 2024 jury verdict into the PPAL officials. Also, they were found guilty in the matter here. And now she said that with all of what I was carried out, she is not guilty. That was right. She had a right to file there at the level of the Supreme Court. But mind you, these investigations should not be taken lightly. We are saying let there be a fast track in this process. There should not be delays. As the saying goes, delay is deadly, delay is dangerous in so many issues, and it's important in the level of the judicial angle why there are issues, but there should be a comprehensive process in time, because mind you, these people have their life, and people have a life, and even there were several persons, not just she alone, the level Martha Keke Kojolo,
Yes.
Ernest Vuba, Peter Collins, William Gibson, and a lot of them are former employees of the association. They all were convicted in earlier case of involving such a matter upon. And when this verdict was given up, the Liberia Center for Transparency and Accountability welcomed the verdict and said that the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission should do more in securing a conviction in this case, and they pray for the win ahead of such.
Okay, let me just hold you there, because there was this planned protest. I mean, we were being reported. I don't know why you experienced it, because the Pacopin Junction. Yeah, Theophilus Cole. Daniel Theophilus Cole is now on the line to join us and tell Theo, good morning.
Good morning, Weekie. How are you?
Well, can't complain. You are live. Give an update about what's happening where you are now.
You're probably at Pacopin Junction. It seems to be the actual location where the Drama protest was not given. So nobody is protesting anything.
Okay, so is the traffic currently flowing?
Yeah, the traffic is moving smoothly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I passed that route, but then I never experienced such. But when I got close to the station, I began to receive the information that there was a protest there, and I said, "Wow, I never experienced."
Yeah, it was being reported.
protest.
That's why, I was told that there was this protest there.
And sometimes it's important that those
to
commissions,
do
they
some of the
precise,
facts. And so,
location.
And
It helps totally in such a process us getting there. It probably may be happening, because I also saw pick up full of riot police officers, officers going to calm the situations. But then exactly at the Pacopin Junction, I never experienced such of a protest at that point. Maybe it might be probably somewhere around there, but the person who gave the information said it's a Pacopin area.
Well, at least thank God that we are.
It's
because we have students who are sitting the wax, they are going to and from, that they don't be caught up into such, activity that would not be helpful for them. But as it stands, we wait to see how it unfolds, but we hope that the matter can be resolved. It was been reported, that's why we would love to send our folks there to make sure that they can do some fact checking on some of these things and make sure that these things are well taken care of and bring to the public the right information. But this issue of the way we have developed ourselves as government and people to fight corruption over a period of time, is it about just the only country you find a word that people will be charged, they will go through the court proceeding, they will be charged, and yet you still see them carrying shoulder. Now, this lady has already been charged. The investigation was done to the Supreme Court. So even if you were putting up an appeal to the Supreme Court. When you want to take your matter that there was missing representation, misinterpretation, evidences were lacking, and all of these things, you still should not be walking scot-free because you have the time to see me speaking. We get thousands of people behind bars, pre-trial detainees who have not been tried. For you, you've been tried.
And you know, one of the conflicting issues I'm seeing to this matter here is level of institutions connected to investigations. Because if the court said that there was this heavy influence by testimony from the Liberia Business Registry, which claimed that the RT fast track, the company cited in the case, was not legally registered, and then documents submitted by the family shows that they were officially registered since 2013 with the same talker listed as sole proprietor. So if you are registered since 2013, the Liberia Business Registry is saying you're not registered, then where do we go on that? How? Because mind you, the tendency is there that folks go to individuals to register businesses into the system. Like, I just want to cite one case, like the issue of what is being faced with the Liberia Inspectorate General there at the level the commission. The system has somebody running as being somebody who is attending this institution, but then in totality, this person has no record of starting a formal process or being listed, passing entry, being listed, start from freshman all the way up to the senior high, and where they were now accredited to graduate. You see, so it's troubling. If the people are saying they get documents that are business were registered since 2013, then the LBR is saying this company was never legally registered. Where do we go? Where then is the document coming from? So you see, so sometimes folks play smart games in these areas. They think that these are areas they use as trump card to be able to go on. And like the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission said, that in fighting corruption, they will continue to work diligently, showing that public resources don't end up for the benefit of other people, end up in just one or two persons' hands. And you're saying Liberians have the tendency of changing, of squashing documents. They are. Some people that we're going to ask me, why should we even allow war trade center to exist in Liberia? Where the government is aware, they're aware that this entity or this body is set up somewhere outside the system, but is there used just for forgery. They forge documents, even if
because we see like the Liberia Business Registry. What we see here, the document here, they talked about, like you said, it was like the 12th March 2013.
Yeah.
Certificate, business or registration, sole proprietorship. And somebody needs to come in to answer something, because
why is the family saying that a business was registered since 2013? The LPR is saying there is no record. They even say they were closed. They say they have never been registered.
The Liberia Business Registry, when you look at the document that has been put out, carries the name and signature of Abu Kamara as the registrar. You see what we're getting? Who is this Abu Kamara? We don't want to conclude that is the current lawmaker from District 15, because we got a lot of names when it comes to similarity in this country. But who is this person?
But I'm wondering, if you look at the Liberia Business Registry here, you see date of issuance 9th June 2022. The certificate business registration sole proprietorship initial registration date say 12 March 2013. Registration date 12 March 2013. Enterprise name RT Fast Track Business Center. Ownership Liberian. Registration register address Morovia, Kiri, and Johnson Street interception. Una CMP Toko address Mosorado, PSJ City tomorrow opposite the PSJ Town Hall. And there are a lot of questions here. Then where did they get the document from? Where? Because if you are telling me that your document was issued to you 2022, it did not issue 2022, and the day you registered in 2013, why it took all the years?
And according to the family of Mrs. Nipple, her lawyer requested document covering 2013 to 2018. And now they are alleging that instead of receiving the document from 2013 to 2018, the Planned Parenthood Association of Liberia instead submitted records from 2010 to 2012. And when they asked them, according to them, they said they was having lack of resources to retrieve the relevant facts.
How? Why is that discrepancy?
Because you know this time when people living position, they can carry computer over there, they can carry hard drive, they can carry laptops. So how do you retrieve these documents? We in a big mess in this country where I would tend to overlook. People get to position, they just do what they want to do, they just leave for all any trace or record for anything where you start from. So you you know, and this is just some almost similar thing that took place to Noka.
Yeah.
The document have been submitted to the president after the investigation concerning Honorable Russell Shackleton Dennis. They are now about to have the controller, because most of the acts are done with the acquiescence of the controller or the internal auditors. They are always in one cohort.
And therefore, I couldn't ask this question: why is government allowing departments, institutions to procure materials on their own? Because it places a very huge burden on the government. Then where is the GSA? Where is that body with that sole authority of custodian of government properties? That whether it is in the least part of this country where it's being procured, they should be in the know. Because the family, they are not saying that according to our internal policy, she never had the authority to approve expenditures, and such approval should come from the board.
Yeah, and now there's another report again alleging the involvement of Mrs. Nipple's mother, who also has a catering business as well. She do her catering services. They call it J&D, a company owned by Mrs. Nipple's mother allegedly, and the court ordered her to repay $2,500, citing conflict of interest. Yet the record show she disclosed the relationship and recused herself from the procurement process. They said, oh yeah, during the bidding process, she recused herself, she was not part of it, but yet and said that her mother wanted to pay.
This is very important because, and I'm still asking, why should we find departments of ministry, sections, agency procure material on their own? Because the executive director in the code, because the family are now saying that if government institutions will testify falsely against the conviction of another, it's something worrying that the vehicle that was intended to be bought, she contributed 10,000 of her personal fund along with a leftover administrative balance to purchase the SUV in question. Why is she giving almost $10,000? Why is she giving $10,000 to the government to buy government materials? Why? And they were saying, based upon the report emerging from 2013 all the way to 2020, the forensic audit, the family said that it's unrealistic and it's an exceptional process that government entity, most businesses replace computer every 3 to 5 years. And multiple IT professionals of Moravia confirmed that it will be usually for 8 years old laptop to remain in service of an infantry process. But then they still boil down the government. After every time you see institutions leaving after a regime, the tendency is there that folks carry the material. And this is all boiled down to the fact that departments or departmental heads or sectional heads or ministries, they are in the sole business of procuring materials by themselves. The procurement office is why it's responsible. So who name and place on these procurement orders? But at the end of the day, government who pays. Then when the person will leave, they carry the materials that were procured, then the level government will come again and procure another material. So you see, so there are so many issues in this process here. How will the business registry say they don't have a document, and then we are hearing that they have a certificate of the business registration process, and we're seeing conflict of interest in this matter here. It's so much absurd to see that, and what I'm seeing here, what I'm seeing on the certificate, that is important. This certificate is not valid after after 11 March 2014, and it may, however, be renewed upon application. It is not transferable or should not be considered as a guarantee of financial standing. The slightest reassurance or altercation rather is invalid. For a special purpose, this certificate must not be all time be displayed at a conspicuous place where business is being operated. I'm taken aback if the ministry will give a certification or a certificate of business registration of a sole proprietorship from 2013 12 March 2014 11 March is not valid. I'm wondering what's going on. So is it a reason why the business registry is saying there's no record? Because it is serious, and it's important too. Let's look at it twofold. The life of this family too, of the young woman, lies at stake. And if we are seeing contradiction in these areas, and there's a reason why we call for fast tracking of investigations. Because Liberia, as a matter of fact, the delay in these investigations, there are so many matters that are altered or changed or destroyed. Because you're talking about 2013, 2018, 2012, 2012, you may not find documents or support or substantiate claims. The sentence says that people will destroy these things. Especially where most of these systems don't have a digital system. They sit trying to manual document where papers are part of somewhere else. If just there's a leakage somewhere, water get on them, it's destroyed. So when you go to get evidence, you won't get this evidence. And it will also look at the general precedent if we have a contradictory statement coming from the LBR, the Liberal Business Registry. Because there will be no way someone will come and say, I came through your system and I obtained a document. Sure. And you are saying, as a matter of fact, they are never, you say they were completed, but you say they have never.
And you know,
it's
this is something that have caused a lot of problems for us in this country. We need interpreting institutions that should do the needful with these things. Sometimes they always put themselves in a haste to just do the thing, you know, and will not do it properly. At the end of the day, all of the formalities, all of those things that should have been met to legalize and make sure that the identical business has been run by so and so person are legitimate, you will find that one or two papers will be missing in between. Records will show contradiction. You find date of different date. You find date paper carrying another date, another paper carrying another date. Then you start to think, when they existed, when they started, when they came to being, how far they are. And we need to see all of these things. And all of these things boils down because of the cultural impunity. So people are not afraid that even if I don't have the document together properly, I can still run the show. I got somebody there. I got my friend there.
These things are done deliberately.
Show.
Because they know that in the future there will be an investigation.
Yeah, nobody will hold them down.
So they do this so that you might not get to the bottom of this matter. You will not get to the bottom. You will search, and that will just be the end. So they know. Even now, in some other areas, there are reports, there are documents. So it really lives of in people. You will say people lives will be targeted because of they hold certain documents, certain offices, because they don't want to be leaked. Your life at risk. This has happened. So there are a lot of institutions in this country. If you go there to fast track documents, 5-10 years is impossible. But you'll find dealers having document apposition say that we are going to this place and obtain these documents. Because while we're talking for the time of the investigation up to 2018, and they show proprietorship of a document, it's telling you say from March 12 to March 11 the next year is not valid. That is not valid. How? Where are we? And this may be just most of the issues Liberia will face into foreign investigations. Because time erodes evidence. Just for Liberia, our country. But other countries, their investigation up to 5-10 years. Because they have a very important tracking system, a perfect one that keeps those documents, that keeps the records. But for Liberia, it's difficult. It is difficult for Liberia. It is difficult. All sector. I'm not taking one from there. Yes. Some try to keep documents, but in that process, there may be just some eventualities. There are some people now, they say they traditional wedding to get documents, to go there and find it. Or even the white wedding, the marriage, a certificate process that they went through. They won't go back to get that document. It will be difficult for them. Even learn I'm not saying all, there may be some, but there may be some records that it will be very impossible that they get. Though there are some, with some institutions, they have been fighting so strong to, and that's why we are calling for the digitizing process of institutions. Because they hard capital, people will be destroyed in time. You can give people stop passing for 20 years. So that way, even hold the people outside, get the pieces in your hand, turn the dust. That's why it's good that there will be a serious lab or a laboratory set up in those areas that have a computerized system that they log these things in. Even if the server is still working, the computer spoil, we will replace the computer, we still go there and get what we should get. Anything, it will hurt Liberia in plenty of investigations. In a lot. Because there are folks who will deliberately destroy documents. Because they know that the transaction has gone on. If there are issues asked about what was done with proceeds received, they will be caught up in something. So they'll destroy that document while they are there. On a very serious note, now we're hearing some issues allegedly that there's a debt of someone and it's linked to another form of official government. And they're saying now that because this person may be the one holding certain evidence, a piece of evidence inside, and folks are being linked to, and letters have been written. These are just my issues. Because you are the one holding key documents into institutions, and now there are discrepancies, discovery, investigation are called for, and they know that you may be the only one they will go to for the documents, and you have them in your possession. Sometimes either they negotiate you to alter those documents or to destroy them, that they will say in the system, never find it, or even your life is at risk. This is what we face in this country. This is serious. Because we can find this kind of very huge contradiction. A huge contradiction. The people say they got document for you. Now we see in single year Abu Kamara registrar. We don't know why Abu Kamara will know or that similar Abu Kamara, because there are so many folks in this country that use similar names or so. They got it 12/03/2013, signed by the registrar, the Liberal Business Registry. Who is that Abu Kamara? Let us know. Let's know. And now this document is telling us that from the 12th of March 2013 to the 11th of March 2014, this document is not valid. Unless we have renewal of the system. Is this a reason why that the LBR is saying that the people never register or not register in the system before? It's important. And we've seen a document from the LRA verification tool, verification team, verify receipt, generate document number, taxpayer name, Mr. Talker Sam Patrick, category small tax Central Monrovia, verify PIN. This is what is revealed. And then the certificate of business registry, sole proprietorship, also here carried an important note that this certificate is not valid after full April 2023. Where are we going with this? You got one document saying in April 1 year is not valid. They were saying this document is not valid April 2023. It may, however, be renewed upon application if it is not transferable and should not be considered as guarantees of financial standing. The slightest reassurance or attention rather is invalid. For a special purpose, this certificate must at all times be displayed at a conspicuous place where business is being operated. And then you see here the date of issuance is June 9, 2022. It says the initial registration date is 12 March 2023. Where are we with this? Now the formula is saying that the contradiction in this issue here from the LBR is troubling. Now, why did the LBR tell the code that the IT fast track never existed when public documents prove otherwise? The employer is being placed at a position for the court sentence for 10 years, 200,000 to be paid, 300 in fine, and this. That's a good morning, and thanks for joining us on this. We'll take our break. We'll fast, no time. Let's take this break this morning, and remember our partner, Marie Magar, is still with us. And we are saying to you, welcome to this edition of the program this morning.
The people are into selling Marie Magar hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settle down in Moserado County. The Marie Magar hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marie Magar hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marie Magar hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settle down in Moserado County. Yeah, in Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia. The people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marimaga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marimaga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say bad limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women. They Marimaga hot tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. The Marimaga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marimaga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Marimaga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marimaga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galima.
Okay.
I live in Kolahu, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. Okay. The first of all, typhoid have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take bath with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take bath with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also even my outside have not been too clear, but it make now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also as a man, it made me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active.
That's great.
As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it well, perfect.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital, but that time she almost died. I sent for my people and they came. And when I hear the news over here, I broke up. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call Yene. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people come here. Okay. Gave me testimony. All right. So they blessed me. And that's when we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. When they did testimony, people see what I want to do. Every time people when they come here for their medicine. Okay. So they medicine, but they're doing well. My Oma, yeah, she was not working. I was paying for in your house. She was not coming outside, but now she got wash, she go in the bathroom, she pay for herself. She was not ever asking people.
I
was gonna give it a badge and you get category. If I call a bag, I can okay.
Now I studied in the for away you. Can I hang on the little food? Now can no mama, can no mama, can no mama. I can no mama. Mama can. Oh, mama,
well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from Senga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listen to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you were suffering from?
Our foot problem. Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was working? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga hot tea, for small money. The Mary Maga hot tea medicine is sold for $350 Liberian. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga hot tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily.
On this program, the Cool Morning Ride, and Mary Maga is a supplement that can be used to cure several diseases into the body. As a matter of fact, if you're suffering from ulcer, rheumatism, have low blood pressure, eye problem, strokes, if you have sexual transmitted diseases, growth in the stomach, and especially those who want to conceive, it's important to get to Mary Maga. Mary Maga has proven to be efficient with several testimonies across this country, and it's Liberia owned, as a matter of fact, locally made. A supplement from tree materials, very easy to drink, and it has to be you have to take it in very hot, and it help the body, clean the body as a supplement. It helps to clean the body up on. So most of you who have gone to places and seeking help, it's important that you get to the Mary Maga family, and you will surely get help on this process. Mary Maga is in the Banat Farm area and opposite the tissue factory. You can go there, the family are there, and they will greet you, and you can ask all of the questions that you want to know, and you get it there. The folks are willing to sit with you and talk with you to ask all of the questions. This Mary Maga, as a matter of fact, is in 4 counties. It's in Lufa, it's also Vonjama, and other parts currently. They're also into Bon County. Banga City is in Bon County. It's now into Nimba, into Ganta City, and there are plans to have it in other parts. And now it's in Moserado there. In Moserado there at the Banas Farm area. So you can take the opportunity to be a part of this process here, and you will certainly get help. It's very important for you because there are so many of us suffer from the sicknesses, and to just inform you, they are duly registered with government. So it's not your institution is just operating, but they are duly recognized, they are registered with government, and they have helped a lot in healing the sick from all kinds of diseases that may have the propensity to require infertility or vulnerability into Liberian population.
And always good as well that you take out of the recommendations. When you go there, when they tell you don't do this, you should make sure you follow some of these things, or follow those things that you will be told, and give your medical history. Tell people, oh yeah, I'm suffering from this, or this is what I'm experiencing. Don't say some, you leave some, and at the end of the day, when they give you the guidelines to do some of these things, and you see it not working, you think these things are fake. We need to be honest to ourselves and follow these things. Let us be able to say, oh yeah. And because there are folks who are now calling that, oh yeah, we I'm doing okay and all of these things. I hope we can continue to make sure that we support our own. This thing is not important. That's something they brought in that place where people can go to do business. Nobody going to tell you say that the person responsible for this, that the person didn't want to you. So
yeah, and these are naturally made products from materials right here.
Leaves, trees, barks, and all of these things.
And it's a herbal supplement. It has been used by inhabitants of the region there, and they have helped them in their situation. So you yourself too can get help. I'll read the number here for you, so that you can be able to get more direction. Like you listen to the ad, there were numbers read. You can also follow those numbers so that you can have the opportunity. The Marimaga for Life Healing Center incorporated in the Banas Farm area, like I said to you, opposite the tissue factory. It's called the Marimaga Hot Tea, and it's recommendable that you drink it hot. And if you get there, they will show you the specific quantity of water that should be used on each of those tea you drink in the morning, in the afternoon, in the morning, in the evening. In the morning, in the evening, get there, you get a dose. And like he says, 5,600 for a week dose. Sometimes before you even complete the week, you will see some changes in your body. You talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr. on 0776 369 805, 0776 369 805, and 0888 856 776. 0888 856 776. These are the numbers that you can be able to get to Marimaga on, so that you can get help. Let's listen to this again.
Yes.
And let's
listen to this again.
Marimaga is our proud sponsor.
We'll go to the lines to talk.
Go to the lines.
One thing we ask of you, one thing that we.
The people that used to sell Marimaga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Marimaga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marimaga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marimaga hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County. Yeah, in Moserado County, yeah, Morovia, Liberia. The people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marimaga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marimaga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marimaga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say, my stomach hurting, my mom, my stomach hurting, my wife, my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say, by limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women, they Marimaga hot tea, they can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. The Marimaga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marimaga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain of your back, my back hurting, pain in my back, Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Marie Maga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie Maga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Sisi Galima.
Okay.
I live in Kolang, Kobasile, Kisi. This medicine have done well for me from Monday to this Monday, making it 1 week. Okay. The first of all, staff have been disturbing me. That even it have taken me more than 5 years. I don't take back with cold water, but this medicine makes the way I sweat, the heat coming on fine. I take back with cold water, and I'm fine in the body. And also, even my outside have not been too clear, but it makes now I can see a distance, seeing very clear. And also, as a man, it makes me active, sexually active. I play my game number 1. I used to always play weakness in the defense, but now I'm strong. If I can leave on the defense, go school and come back, which is my sexual organ is very, very active.
That's great.
As a young man, I'm moving strong. All of my joints that have been hurting my waist, everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. It don't have any side effect, but it do it with pepper.
My mother was sick. I've been spending money from hospital to hospital, but that time she almost died. Listen for my people and they keep. And when I hear the news over here, I broke up. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call Yene. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people come here.
Okay.
They need testimony.
All right.
So they medicine me. And that's when we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. But they did testimony. People see what I want to do. Every time people when you come here for the medicine.
Okay.
So the medicine, but they're doing well. My Oma, yeah, she was not working. Our baby was in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she paid for herself. She was not ever asking people.
I was gonna give it a bag and you can get a go out. If I call a bag, I have a credit. Okay.
Now, I studied in Silla for a way. Can I hang on the little food? Now, can no mama, can no mama, can no mama. I can no mama. Mama can. Oh, mama, I can no mama.
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I hear about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot?
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was working? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Maga hot tea, for some more money. The Marie Maga hot tea medicine is sold for $350 Labrador. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bindle Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Maga hot tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361 and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Marie Maga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily.
Against corruption, all of these allegations, and that's why we are here again this morning.
And every employer is saying that the families maintain innocence, and they allege misrepresentation of key evidence of court ruling, which was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment, 200,000
to be restituted and 300 fine as well. But the family have said there were misrepresentation, misinterpretation of the proceeding. But what do you take from this? You are the judges out there looking at all of what we have discussed. Is this the beginning of a major fight against corruption? Do you see this as something that is politically motivated, or you see this as the beginning of a real fight against corruption, that we can lead and win the fight and set precedents that others will not just see it as something that they can walk in and walk out, feel free, and others will have to follow and do it because this person did it and nothing actually was done. But in the process, I'd like to say welcome to all of you. Call us now on 0775-919-919, 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919. The numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation. Please move away from your radio or your monitor, whatever way you want to see it. Move away because any feedback will cut you off. Speak to what we have discussed and not what's on your mind. Speak to what we have discussed. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the show this morning. You see, on the issue of corruption, it is very important in our country. And corruption is a sickness. It's a disease that damages whole economy. You see, our government officials, those people are people who we entrust at the end of the day. They go down at the cities and they try to be corrupt. And we embrace them with the corruption because if the people already corrupt us, then the bravo will little or nothing, they will defend them as they are said on the radio. The people will do the things at the end of the day, they say, my man, that's small thing that is that you can go defend us by protesting, doing all lot of unnecessary things that will not benefit us. So I appeal to the government this morning. Let's take away corruption and look at the left that damaging in our country, that carrying our society back up. Because there are a lot of youth are on the street today, and those people, they are future leaders.
It's because of the same corruption. So don't say that take away corruption because it's because of corruption. So if money allotted for youth capacity building, youth development, and people are taking it away, you will find these things. So when you take away it and the post they corrupting the money, how do you support these projects?
That's why I'm talking, we need to take away corruption from in ourselves, because corruption is an attitude that kills the body. Okay. Because if you love money more than yourself, you'll be corrupt. Look at our LTA, look at our forces, look at our other things. Those people are corrupt because they are not earning the money they need to earn to sustain life for themselves. So other people will corrupt them to bring a lot of things into our country. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that's good. That's good. We need to do that. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers you can certainly call us on to be part of the conversation. Let's talk to this caller on the this one. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to Nath.
You are.
Thank you so much for the information this morning. You see, the middle is just taking a work up. The NFTC and the other team, the investigation is for me to listen to people, and then you also see that they're sleeping. They need to wake up. Some of these cases that we talk about to these people, they are on long time. But they're there.
Hello? Okay, I think it's on a very bad line, but let's talk to our callers this morning. The line is bad. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 to this caller on the line. You're live. Cynthia Bujef for saying, move away from the radio, but yet, you want to be better, but you people are refusing to be better in listening and following instruction. You just leave that thing. You won't be on the radio, you want to hear yourself. And you already know what damage you're causing for other people. But as far as you're concerned, you just want to talk and raise the volume of the radio. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919. are the numbers. You can certainly call us on to be part of the conversation. And
Please walk away from the radio, and speak exactly to what we have discussed here.
That we will have the chance to read it out for you this morning. So on this edition of the Morning Ride. So corruption over the period of time have kept countries down for a long period of time. And we only point when it comes to political issues, when people want to fight corruption, they say, oh, no, people. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is James S. Conan. Calling you from Weekie Nath community.
James, go ahead.
I just want to say that's awkward corruption because corruption is good in the country. Corruption in the country, no development is good in that country. So we get the green power, we can go forward. So let's please tell the people to fight corruption in the country.
Thank you. Let's talk to our callers. You're live.
Good morning, Weekie Bros and now.
Good morning, sir.
Why don't you start? Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Josiah Simon from the Commander Police Island, Command Call 540. You know, this corruption issue we are discussing, we continue to discuss it. Like I always say, where the treasure is, the oil hides. People who claim to be government officials, people who claim to be leaders of this country, they still are the detriment unless they are able to say they're not governing your country. Then when they go to prosecute, we say prosecute, more prosecution. Then when the government comes to take on to prosecute people, we the people that take for a call, we pass it right because someone gave you part of our hand off. I was amazing, 1 million, you gave 1,000, 100 million celebrating it. Then you say, we defend the names. How you understand that thing? Then when they fight there, one group over there say no, they now want people. Like case between the case of discussion. Some people go in there, oh no, you're not my friend. We got to go to the Supreme Court, bring all the way. When all the fights have been proven, then you got to clean the justice system. Where you go see people, they want the best appointment. Oh, justice system, you said plenty corruption in the justice system, but you know what? If you saw that corruption in the justice system, it's not Supreme Court judge, if you say nothing, corruption in the justice system, you saw say nothing. How then, when the governments will have it, like when you open to be somebody in front of getting on that could not. The corruption I tell I go to the extent that somebody when the city right after government try to go in the states, they go over the country, they go there, they told it to the air, they come back now. We want to be a leader again. And you see what they put drink. When they find them, we the same go stay and say, they may go to jail.
Thank you, Josiah. Good morning.
Mr. Bro, Mr. Va, good morning.
Good morning, Kepler.
Thank you so much for the recognition. Let me say good morning to His Excellency President Kwaka and Professor Unanika. I joined from Broadway, this is 17. Like I said, I'm Sama D. Kepler. So, I want to appreciate both of you for your perspective when it comes to national discussion. See, for me personally, I understand that whether Honorable Funati Kofa resign or he tell people...
No, that's not the discussion there. We have not reached to that. Please stick to what we're discussing, please.
Anyway, I'll
thank you. Wait for that discussion. That's what we say earlier. Listen to comprehension, take your time, you get to know what we're discussing. It's also on the menu for us to discuss it, but we are not discussing it at this moment. So let's wait. It's our discussion for the next segment, and we're going to talk about that. We will be reading the statement coming from the caucus chair, Musa Stability. We will talk about that at the appropriate time. But we're talking about this issue of the fight against corruption, where the program manager of the Planned Parenthood Association of Liberia officially was found guilty by criminal code C, Blamo Dixie, and to restitute 200,000 fine, 300 United States dollars, as well as 10 years imprisonment, but they have refuted that and calling that there are a lot of misrepresentations, interpretation of the law, evidences were lacking, all of these things. That's why we're talking. That's what we're asking right now. You see, the beginning of the fight against corruption, or people will see this as a fight that is being politically motivated? Do we see this to put politics in front and looking at the actual case that, look, this could be a precedent set that officials who are currently serving or past officials, that they are not off the hook with their actions while serving? That's why we're asking. Let's talk to our colleagues. You live.
Good morning. This is Lawrence Yenu, and I'm calling from Chemistry.
You're welcome, sir.
I very appreciate the fact that we have this kind of clean-up conversation, because I want to call it. Because every time you discuss anti-corruption, it's more of a clean-up rather than the status quo. There's a legal issue, and the defendant has the right to take appeal to the Supreme Court. And once the case is still before the court, I mean, it is difficult for us to discuss the substance of the case. But there are a few things I want to just uplift. If you have the LBR between 2013 and 2012, if there's a mistake between them, what we can do, what the media can do, because the estate of the media is also an investigative arm of the society, to get to LBR, because this is how we get down to the root, and then we help the society to also get better. To get onto the root and also take that same document and validate that document through a cross-section of the document with other institutions that were registered. And then let's ask also what were the subsequent, subsequent ways of renewal. Were there renewal? If there were renewal, were they constant? If not, tax evasion could be another issue that can be raised from there. And or the fact that we can have the discrepancy between LRA and LBR to also amalgamate them and see where the discrepancies can be solved. But I'm really happy that we are having this conversation, but let's also understand that people who are accused have the right to their defense under the law, and they appeal to the Supreme Court.
We are fully aware of that. Yeah. And that's why we mentioned earlier on that whosoever been accused, but let us also take into consideration that this matter was taken to the criminal court and a verdict has already been made, brought down. Now they want to take appeal to the Supreme Court. Until they can go there, she's guilty. Until she can go there and the Supreme Court interpret and say, oh no, this is it, but the lower court have done her final verdict on her.
I agree. So the issue about it is someone announces appeal. I'm speaking now as a student of law, and I'm also giving my opinion as an anti-corruption expert, that the law will have to be continuously respected so that anti-corruption fight goes on. But the work you guys do every morning is a brilliant work, and all of us need to keep supporting it, because if we will not clean up our society, all we can do is we will have an issue of fight. Some of the fight will be compliance fight, some of them will be retributory fight, and some of them will be fight of societal consciousness. So thank you guys for the work.
Thank you for your contribution as well this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's it. That's true. But but this is like here. These are some of the things. We're hoping that those things will be tried properly. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome, sir.
I'm Jay calling from Weaver City, Pittsville. The other way to this corruption, the only person who put at least to make the people to be scared a bit was Doe. Some okay Doe. Look at most of the people that Samuel told them, the other people look like that building a high in Africa. And they say
allegedly, we don't want to conclude that these people got these things. It's been alleged that this person got his property to this place or that place, until we can properly investigate and know that actually they are the actual owners of those properties. Let us not conclude.
Okay, so true. But what we're trying to say there, people have a simple thing in Liberia that where it is smoke, fire might be there. The wedding garden, when they were sitting down, they don't have to say anything, they don't have anything. But now this is happening. So let it go try their possible best and have this thing resolved. Let them retrieve all of it so that after allegedly. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, folks. 0775 919 919 080 919 919. At 9 o'clock, we'll bring you, a very short drama on this platform this morning. But wherever you are, folks, Liberia is still having serious problem in fighting alleged corruptions. There are a lot of reports before the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. There are a lot of reports, investigations being done, taking to the Ministry of Justice for onward prosecution, yet to have it. But there are folks who are calling for the kind of a financial support that these integrity institutions should have in fighting to curtail the widespread alleged corruption across government entities. So let's talk to our callers on the line on 0775 919 919 080 919 919 are the numbers you can certainly call us on to be part and parcel of the program. But this is it, and this is something that is serious, that needs to be serious.
And these issues, this authority it's the right of others to contest because it's also important that we're saying that the ministry, the LCC, the Ministry of Justice, fast track investigations.
Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie. I'm Isa calling from the rehab there.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes, the corruption is something I will get bullied at for corruption. We the Liberian ourselves will see people marching for party sentiment. So our money move left for here and go out of country, we kind of prosecute the people marching behind the coming in some behind it. That is a good thing they do. When they use to feed their family and themselves, they enjoy you guys big car. Some prosecute, go let it go to jail, answer questions, then people see me and about making the corruption being too much in the country.
Thank you. Yeah, so we'll keep looking at these methods. We will keep talking, wanting to know that these things are things that should be keenly looked at, that we should not play politics with just almost everything, but look at it holistically, that look, we need to fight it. We need to get this thing done. We need to have a mechanism in the place. We need to set precedents that people do not see themselves as demagogue, or they are fearless in committing these crimes because they know they will get away. There will always be a space where they will have to do what they want to do and get away without accountability or transparency and all of these things. Let's talk to this caller before we go far out. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
Weekie, we're talking about corruption. See the big corruption scheme that have been played in Magibi District 1. The president appointed and nominated a guy, but appointed and sent into confirmation by the name of Jingis Kwe. Now, just 2 days ago, it's another name again on the website. According to the information, the president said it's not in the know. You see the big corruption.
Thank you. We are discussing what we are discussing, and that's why we asked earlier on, you stick to the topic that we're discussing, that we do not get carried away. But let's take this break. Up next, we'll bring you the short drama this morning.
She'll be turning 9 years old. I have not seen my daughter. I have not laid eyes on her. I don't even know where they're living. The child father, Lincoln Mayor Minko, has refused to allow me to see my daughter. I have begged him. I have even connected him to my pastor. My pastor have talked to him. Other people have talked to him. He refused. He has been insisting that he will not allow me to see the child. I am calling on SOS. So please, whenever you will see this person, Lincoln Mayor Minko, this is the person, this is the guy. If you see him anywhere, I'm kindly asking you to please help me and call this my number 0776 687630 or 888-526312. I repeat my number 0776 687630 or 0888-526312. This is very important. I want to be part of the child life. I even want my daughter back because it is so sad. It is so bad that you will take the mother of the child and then you take the mother of the child from the child. It's not possible. It's not good. I want my child back.
Okay, so let me ask you some basic questions for the clarity of the public. When last did you see the child? How old was the child when you, according to you, turned the child over to his sister? And on what negotiation, what was your condition for which you had to, give custody to his sister?
I gave a child to her by the time a child of 4 years old. It was not something like we made paper or anything. It was something like where she decided to take care of her brother's daughter to be her help. That was all. And
at that time, where was she living?
She was living in Habel.
And where were you at that time?
By that time, I was living with he and his man at Duboro and Market Way.
So you are basically saying when you turn the child over to his older sister in Habel, both of you were staying in a relationship.
Yes.
You were in a relationship, but you were staying at his mother's place.
Yes, he and I.
So when did you people separate? When did you people hold your separate way?
We separated about 2020.
Okay. You went your separate way.
Yes.
And you still had again the custody of his sister.
Yes.
So is it his older sister or his younger sister?
His older sister.
You care to tell her name? You care to call her name?
Her name is Nandel Minko.
Nandel Minko. And you know her whereabouts currently?
No, she traveled.
Where?
They said Ghana.
So she traveled to Ghana. And since so you are basically telling her then nearly 5 years you have not had any interaction with your biological daughter.
When the child was with the sister, at 6 years old, I had connection with her.
Yeah, you periodically visited her.
Yes. But when the 6 years passed, 7, 8, 9, this year come and make it 3 years. I have not seen her. I have not talked to her. I don't know anything about her.
So aside from just coming, making what other effort have you made? Have you gone back to his mother's place? Have you gotten your mother involved? What other extended family member telling you about his whereabouts? What are you hearing from them?
Okay. I called the mom on her phone. She refused. She don't call. She don't pick my calls. And they don't have a specific place that they live. They don't have their own house.
Okay.
So they are like renting. When the rent gets expired, they will move. So where they moved to the new place, I don't know. I went to the old place and he said they are not there anymore. They don't know where they moved.
So every effort you're making with your daughter father to have access with the child is not really any effort because he's deliberately refusing.
Yes.
But I overheard you saying he stated that he worked with City Concours FM. You want to explain that part? When did he tell you that? How did that conversation come about?
Yesterday, I called him pleading again to let me have access to the girl and to see the child. And then he said, anytime he ready, I will see the child. So I told him, I'm tired. I have been begging you for years now to see this one child. Since you have refused the child, then you and I will not talk on the phone again. That we'll just meet with children and women and children protection agency, and both of us will meet them. He said, yes, you can bring them. I'll be waiting for you to my working place. I'm working with Cool FM. So I see you working with Cool FM. He said, yes, I'm working with Cool FM. I'll be waiting for you there. If I said the child will choose who they want to be with. I said, but then we'll meet. That's how he dropped the call.
Okay. So have you made an attempt to formally make a formal complaint at any depot, the Women and Children Department?
No,
this is intend to do.
This is my first time, and I have come to do it. I'm tired. I'm tired begging. I have been so very lenient, and I need my child back. So this is my first time.
So after this interview, you are making your way to lodge a formal complaint.
Yes.
So for the purpose of helping you in this endeavor, you care to just zoom the camera back so I need the watching audience can see, and as you are showing it, you care to call his name, his full name. Just take your time and call his name.
Lincoln Mayon Minko.
Lincoln Mayon Minko. So he's your ex.
Yeah, my ex.
You have what is his profession? Is he a journalist or what is
your IT boy?
Okay, he's your IT guy. All right. So finally your name again.
My name is Miss
Community Queensville City. So this morning we have with us right in our news department a young lady who came. She has some SOF call to make. We'll ask her for her name and then she will explain exactly why she is here today. Kindly tell us your name and let us know why you are here seeking our assistance.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Miss Fanti Moba, and I'm seeking your assistance pertaining to my daughter. For some time now, for years now, I haven't seen my daughter. And I have been talking to the father over and over that I can see my child. He said no. His name is Nico Mayo Minko. I don't know where he's living. I don't know his whereabouts. I have asked him, I have been begging that I should be part of the child's life. Since the day the child left his older sister, and his older sister turned the child over to him behind my back that I don't know anything about, they have refused to allow me to see my child since the time the little turned 6 years old. And then this year, July 22nd, she'll be turning 9 years old. I have not seen my daughter. I have not laid eyes on her. I don't even know where they're living. The child father, Lincoln Mayor Minko, has refused to allow me to see my daughter. I have begged him. I have even connected him to my pastor. My pastor have talked to him. Other people have talked to him. He refused. He has been insisting that he will not allow me to see the child. I am calling on SOS. So please, whatever you will see this person, Nico Mayo Minko, this is the person, this is the guy. If you see him anywhere, I'm kindly asking you to please help me and call this my number, 0776 687630 or 888-526312. I repeat my number, 0776 687630 or 0888-526312. This is very important. I want to be part of the child life. I even want my daughter back because it is so sad, it is so bad that you will take the mother of the child and then you take the mother of the child from the child. It's not possible.
To all of you following this morning, let's say happy birthday to you, Reverend G. Abbott Dowd of Police Academy. You celebrating the birthday on today, and you have it for Ruben C. Johnson, coming to call them at fire. He's there at Painesville City Hall. And I'm saying happy birthday to you, Nettie Dan of Pagos Island, and to my own beloved darling aunt, Mrs. Mary Newman. Happy birthday today. You celebrate your birthday at the school, and I wish you all God blessings and all of those who celebrating their birthday on today. Reverend G. Abbott Dowd and Nettie Dan of Pagos Island and Mrs. Mary Newman. May God chosen blessing be upon all of you people as you celebrate your birthdays as well on today. And about sort of one major issue now, Liberians are all here. Finally, the embattled speaker will step aside today at 12 noon. Honorable Funati Kofa, Councillor Dr. Funati Kofa, Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, will step aside today at 12 noon. And the chairman of the Rule of Law Caucus, I will take my time to read you the full statement for Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, member of the 55th National Legislature as well. He paid a tribute to the Rule of Law Caucus and the leadership of our Speaker, J. Fanati Kofa, on the official Facebook page, what he said. He said, in all that I am and all that I have done, I have never encountered a man whose calmness, intentionality, and work ethics match that of Speaker J. Fanati Kofa. The leadership of the 55th legislature will be remembered not just for its quiet strength, but for the courage it summoned in the face of tyranny. Under Speaker Kofa's leadership, the House of Representatives did not merely function. It resisted, it stood its grounds against the executive clear attempts to destabilize our democracy and compromise the independence of the legislature. Speaker Kofa and a coalition of patriotic lawmakers, unwavering in belief and fortified by conscience, chartered a course history will never forget. Mr. Kofa, you have altered the trajectory of governance in Liberia. You have redrawn the lines between the executive and the legislature and anchored them in the Constitution. You have written your name in the passage of Liberian history, not just as a speaker, but a patriot whose gallantry upheld the law when silence would have been easier. To the brave lawmaker who stood with us, thank you. You honor your oath in moments of despair, in the lowest points of morale. You held the line, you kept faith with the Republic. To the people of Liberia, your resilience was our fuel. From the choir whispers in your homes to the public demonstration, your rejection of lawlessness was our backbone. May the future of this nation and your own future be your reward. As we bid farewell to Speaker Kofa, let us remember him and all those who stood firm. We were denied their salaries, who endured public attacks, who watched others live in pomps and pageantry at their expense, but never flinch. The dignity endured, the resolve held, and Liberia is better for it. I must also speak to my personal sacrifice, my business built with my over $7 million United States investment was arise, dismantled, and handed over to others under the directive of the government. I was told it could be returned if I abandoned my stand at the legislature. I refused. I reminded myself that I made my business did not make me. And though my company was disrupted, my conscience stood firm. I chose principle over profit. I chose conscience over comfort. And this persecution unfolded, led by the Unity Party government. I reflected on the days I was served faithfully under the banner of that very party. I remember Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and the opportunities her administration gave many Liberians, including me, to strive in business and service. Today, sadly, the legacy is being undone by those who inherited her party, but the spirit she instilled in us remains unbroken. The chapter is nearing its end. Soon, a new speaker will be elected, and I intend to be a candidate in the race. Not for ambitions, but for purpose. Win or lose, the real victory lies not in the vote, but in the restoration of constitutional order. To the Speaker Kofa, thank you. To my fellow patriots, thank you. To Liberians, thank you. The struggle has not been in vain, and may the days ahead reflect the strength of those who chose principle when it mattered most. God bless the Republic of Liberia. Musa Hassan Belete. That's what he wrote officially. So on today, at 12 noon, the official statement from the battle speaker who has turning your resignation will be read. Now, there are mixed reaction. There are folks who are saying, if you knew you were going to come to this point, why you kept the country to such level where the functionalities of government became serious problem at a certain point in time, and there were a lot of other things done. But what's your take on this? If that's what you listen to that.
You know, regarding this entire resignation process, I followed the chairman on the Citizens Action Committee, that is Reverend Philip Blambo. He said that Kufa resignation should not be viewed as a sign of weakness or a defeat, but rather as a gesture of respect for the rule of law and constitutional order. And a lot of Liberians remember earlier on one of the speeches by Kufa with his team at the Capitol building. He said it's a voluntary process, and he is not prepared to run such a voluntary action to the majority bloc. And he wanted to see the end of this thing. But on the other hand, folks are asking, has this ended? Because mind you, the majority bloc has called for re-argument that there is something missing within this entire process here, and we want to see done. But the Supreme Court, Swiss ruling, said Kufa was still a legitimate person in the position, and folks have been calling on him, said the thing you already know, you the speaker, or the legitimate person, or you're removed illegally, and they're holding and put is affecting the country. The executive don't want to adhere to this process. Some are termed executive action as a violation, or a lot of respect to the Supreme Court ruling. So resign. He said he wouldn't have given this freely, but to the wisdom, he said he has seen it like a statement read from the rule of law caucus chairman. He has seen the need to resign. But on the other hand, folks are asking, if when Kufa resigns today at 12 o'clock, does that mean that Richard Kun is a legitimate speaker? Well, he's currently the speaker of running. Does that make him the speaker? These are arguments.
But also in his letter, one thing they also spoke about the deputy speaker comes in to act adding speaker for the first election. The letter from the chairman of the Rule of Law Caucus, Musa Hassan Belete, who has said he's going to be one of the candidates in the race.
The question now is, will Richard Kun accept that upon the resignation, the announced resignation of Kufa, does that make him, render him not the speaker? Will he agree? Because what they are saying, what the chairman is saying, that upon the resignation of Kufa, immediately the deputy speaker takes over as presiding officer, and thereby initiating an arrangement within 60 days of a new election. But pundits are asking, if Kufa is no longer, now we know that we order the Rigma rule, Kun is still standing there as a speaker. Remember recently he wrote on the invitation, I mean the visit of the Barbados president in Liberia at Cruiserville. He said that he was duly recognized as speaker along with the president to welcome the Barbados president. And he has always placed himself in that position as the speaker, despite the Supreme Court ruling that he is in a illegal position. But will he accept it? Or are we going to see another ringman rule between the deputy speaker and the speaker Kun? Or will the deputy speaker accept that since Kufa resigned, Kufa is my boss, or he was my boss, I will not take the Gabo authority, or I still have a boss yet? This thing is still far for his conclusion. Because with what we are reading, the eyes of our people, the power of greed is too much. Power of greed is too much. And this is what I've led us to dismiss. One person not accepting to release that ego, one person willing to say, not willing to say this and this, And for Kofa, he has exhibited this quality that I just want there to be clear that it should not be all that every time there's an issue, speaker will resign. No. But let it be made known that if I'm removed today, I'm being removed illegally. And I will seek the law and let the law explain to this fight that this is where we are. This is important. But are we far? Are we now to the end of the entire fight? Are we to the end or are we far away from the end? But pundits are saying that the resignation of Kufa should not be seen as a weakness. And others are saying we stay far from the issue.
And another point, Ambassador, why this matter is on, like you asked earlier, as to whether Honorable Richard Nambekun would now decide to say, yes, I'm prepared to go for the very first election, or his colleagues, unanimously could just gather and say, look, we repose our trust and confidence in this man to continue to lead us, and this man step aside, and they agree. Say, okay, yeah, we will go through the formality, but we will re-elect this man. Will he be willing to say, yeah, let's go through the process? Or in that same cycle where they find themselves, who knows whether within the Unity Party cycle that the Unity Party have seen in a short period of time that Richard Coon has led the 55th National Legislature, whether he have done it in the wrong direction, but they want one of their own, he could be dumped in the process, because we have seen this on so many times in our history when it comes to the body politics, especially at the level of the Capitol building. Who knows? Because there are a couple of names popping up. Who knows what the Deputy Speaker Tom Fire could risk? He could be guaranteed behind the scene, but just don't know what happens. They say, oh yeah, maybe we can make you the speaker. Can you to resign and become a speaker? Honorable Ability had made it known for him right out that he said it long. He said it long before. Then you come to think we hearing that this were two representatives and also one of the presidents who also are in that position as well. And Honorable Richard Nambekun in a time have enjoyed the speakership position. He been accorded with security duty, fast salary, benefits, and all of these things. Now, to see him again returning as ordinary lawmaker and serving on one committee as chair or co-chair, you said something that I think you said it doesn't seem to be far from over.
But you're right, because again, they rule of caucus, they emphasize the urgent need to reconstitute the House in accordance with Article 49. Remember, before this announcement got to the stage, there have been the evidence of tutorials of former speakers. And for what we are gathered is that among those former speakers exhibited at the House, Kofa is in place as a former speaker. He is currently being trained as the shortest list speaker. Will Kun accept that he is the shortest list speaker too?
Yeah.
Because he put an opinion that he said speaker. He saying Kofa, the shortest list speaker. What's about him? How long did he stay as speaker? Or will he be seen or recorded in the Guinness Book of Liberal History that he ever lived as a speaker? Let me now leave this thing and let's move ahead. Because from what I'm reading, what pundits are saying, in the eyes of these people, especially for now where Kufa has resigned, in the eye of the man who say the speaker, is there any willingness in him? Because one of which folks acknowledge is that there is growing lack of support with the legislature. Kufa was not getting the support of the majority black. But despite that, he still saw himself in the right direction and went to the case for the judgment of the Supreme Court he wanted. Now he has said, I'm going to resign.
Can we see
this? We'll see now that in my mind, I'm the majority black speaker. I got a majority. So I will not resign. Will he accept the fact to resign? This is a serious thing. Because if Kun doesn't why Kun said I'm not going to resign? Where are we going next?
Because you got to go to Article 49 of the 1986 Constitution, and so and for the argument that they are claiming that they have already, removed Speaker Kufa at the time. They had a vote. They went through the due process. All of the actions that were taken by them were legitimate because it's the normal happening at the level of the legislature. So there's no need. Kun would now, assume. But how do we handle this? Yeah, we now from the Supreme Court too that said this man is not. He's willing to say he's ready to go for a fresh election.
From what I understand, it just shows that as soon as Kufa announced the resignation today, there's a vacancy. Is that how others are seeing it? Is this how Kun seeing it? Now after Kufa resigned, I'm the speaker. Is he seeing it that way? Because there are names with resignations of the entire process.
And he has already stated that he will be one of the candidates.
That means there will be a vacancy. But we can't agree that there's a vacancy. We can't say there's a vacancy here and let other people come, because as soon as Kufa said I'm done with this thing here, Kun said I'm now the legitimate speaker. But the law is telling you that he was never elected legitimately.
I did not. Well, they made chairman of rules or administration, the manager security, and all the guys. I think we didn't know.
We see they say all are saying we want new election. All are saying there's no vacancy, and the whole majority think I'm to come back.
Yeah.
You come here, the man say I'm a majority black. I got quorum. So they want to go back to your minority.
Or before 12 o'clock, Kufa might change your mind, but I see that the man is willing to go for election, so I withdraw my letter of resignation.
So I'm moving.
Yeah. It's also behind the scene that you go back to and say, I will not care you resign. Because this was one of the things people said that was the fear in him, because you guys said when he tried to resign, he should consider himself not a living valley, he was king.
If cannot think of going to go by the majority thing, this time it would not be Kun, it would not be Kufa's black, but it would be lawmakers who want new election, and Kun is saying there is no new election, I'm the speaker. Where are we going? Are we going to see a divided house?
Which committee will Kufa now? Kufa now, who will be chair of the judicial committee?
Will Kufa agree to sit on Kun as the speaker?
Okay, what happens if Kufa say no, even if we will not have election, let me accept. I am the lawmaker now. You reconstitute all of the committees. Let me see what you take my husband for a chair for one.
Then Kun said no. I'm the speaker without
the committee that will be constituted by me or by the leadership of the House of Representatives remains legitimate and stands. Nobody going to take anything. Everybody remain in their position. You will be maybe co-chair or member of the other committees.
Then Kuba said no. Let's start it here. Oh, what? God. We no problem again. Let's see how it pans out.
But we hope that this matter will be a matter that can be laid to rest, and our lawmakers will do the needful to see how we can move Liberia to the next level. But it's good that we are certainly here. Once again, let me say happy birthday to you, Reverend G and Abbott. That was Police Academy, you there. Today is your birthday, and you have it from Ruben C. Johnson, Dumber Fire. He did Pittsville City Hall community, and to you, happy birthday to you, Nettie Down, Packers Outland. And let me say to my own mother, Mrs. Mary Newman, that in Gardnersville, you celebrate your birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Mr. Joseph Parhurst, the drama director and coordinator at the Top Drum Studio. You celebrate your birthday today. Mr. Joseph Parhurst, happy birthday today. Good morning. Let's go to the lines.
I see that man a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Alright, I haven't seen him in a long time. 0775 919 919 08009199119. Let's hear from you this morning. Speak with civility and speak to the points that we are making this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Va.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Anthony Gilman, calling from the rehab. First of all, I want to say thanks to the outgoing speaker. And he showed his loyalty. He showed his commitment for the rule of law. But that is the thing. The other side of the coin is you guys already constituted and have inducted and having their own speaker. So the possibility of them turning double over to whatever committee for them to have a re-election, I see it coming. Because the few guys who will be going or stepping down, Mr. Kofa stepped down, and the other people, the minority black, is a very small number. So the majority black will always have the numbers to have color to do business. So to go back for Thomas Fowler, trust me, Thomas Fowler can never stand as a candidate for the speakership because first of all you need to resign. And when you resign, his job is not guaranteed anymore. So you always submit to Mr. Richard Kuhn. So take it or leave it. There will be no election, and the guys will proceed the way they have been proceeding. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm glad to be on your line, your platform. My question is that I want to know what will become of Mr. Yeka Kolba, who says that when Fernando resigns, you want to kill him.
Would that be watching him or still good?
Because it's not good as an old man to just talk. He has made it pronounced and everybody knows. So if you want to kill
willing to die, he have already called his greater that he's coming home.
And also that is the priority I want them maybe.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers you like.
Oh yes, good morning, QFM family.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, my name is Abu Kamara. I'm not really calling to speak on the legislative saga, but I'm calling in direct reference to hearing my name in the business registry issue. This is the Abu Kamara that created and designed the business registry.
Very good. Thank you for even calling. It's good.
And I'm the first registrar general.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I wanted to really get some understanding because people were just calling me here, you're not there. So, oh my man, your name is Uncle FL, your name is Uncle FL. So, please open your radio to listen, And actually, when I put the radio on, I could not really get the real understanding of what was being discussed.
Okay. Mr. Kamara?
Yes, sir.
We'll call you after the show and have a discussion with you. If we get to the conclusion, you might be on the platform tomorrow for you to make a clarity and actually explain how your name got into this business as a registrar. Yeah?
Okay. But like you are saying, to explain how my name got into it is, my name might have gotten into it legally, and my name might have also gotten into it illegally. Understanding the fact that there are a lot of dubious people in our society.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. That we'll talk off air after the show, and we'll find a means for you to sit on the platform so you can make your clarity into this matter.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie. Okay, thank you very much about Platikofa resign. But the Musa ability, all of them are truthful to the 60. They were fighting and now he said he want to contest to be a speaker too. So all the people they have problem in this country, they have everything in our house to be upside down. Platikofa is going and already the majority could sell it. They said they all barely they submit to their sin. That whatever they come up to, it was the big company they did. So they can never look back again. So I think when he's resigned today, who will stay like king? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for being part of the conversation. Good morning. Good morning.
Don't hold the line. Go ahead. I missed that call. Good morning.
Good morning, Leo. Good morning, Leo. This is Leo. I'm calling from Abidjan this morning.
Go ahead, sir.
You know, somebody was saying in the morning why I say that common speaker cover resignation is not making news this I told them there's something we talk about that breaking news and updated news. So the issue of the resignation is related, but anyway, no one think that there will be any intention in the legislature for a new speaker. The regional group already has quorum. They have passed the budget. The budget is in action. They have signed several legal instruments that is constitutional. The judges and the Supreme Court concur with them. The Senate concur with them, begin to do business. So going back now and dissolving, cancelling them, having new speaker. Are you saying we're going back to we all the budget and the legal instruments that have been passed? People already, so there will be no they will maintain Jekun for the sanity of the horse and for the governance process to move forward. So I want to say thank you to the speaker, former speaker.
Before you go, may I ask you, were you eating a bread food?
Yeah, bread food and panna.
I know straight. Man, I know all your food I start thinking. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, really. You know, I want to say thank you to Fanatic Kofa for keeping the peace of the speakership and resigning. And I just want to say this to
the man resign was at 12 o'clock.
Look at accept everything and let it go as the way Fanatic Kofa is letting it go. And you understand it for different person to be able to work in the hotel peacefully. And I say thank you again to Fanatic Kofa for keeping the peace of this.
Thank you. So we
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's one plan I got me here this morning before I get into the topic. So we give Bronx, Nathan Chalo, Aleko, Crazy Yes, Naronga, including His Excellency Joseph Nimapoga. You forgot Morati, I never wish me Morati.
Oh, sorry. No argument. We apologize, sir.
You apologize, especially the president of Labiro, Mohari, and get it against you. Every time I saw it, just what you corrected.
I hear my second speaking. He said it's not, man.
Oh, Jelly, I'm planning, I put on air. One day, never caused it to the school here, one splash guy. Then, one of the guy, he called me. I tell me, every day I have something in my children. Cool people, really cool people that people might say that because my name is Tani. We learn news. We learn to post. In every public or Liberia, they used to say when you want people, get to crew man. But for that take over, maybe change. They did announcing that he was a legitimate speaker. You should have resigned that very day. All the news are going to be hard for him. Just I announced it because you know why he told those guys, and they wrote the code that he damaged a reputation by telling the public or the world that they can steal government money, they can go and add money onto the people's budgets. So at the end of the day, he knew those guys were never going to go on him anymore. So when they said for I think over after the court ruling, trust me, I expect that man to say go back in off a resign and take the keys for. But the one you do now is just to please Musa Belede to go out all of the pumping. And if you forget that anybody Musa Belede go behind they can see how you full comments. I will come in win, will come in win, and he win, he will resign, he will never take the office here in there today. Running for speakership. I'll take you the money. Come in there with less sense. I'll take you.
Good morning. Good morning. Live on the radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. Nath, and good morning to Weekie.
Good morning, sir.
Then they told me this line and I call you from Rela this morning. Thank you for you already giving this morning. But I think the former speaker should let everything go.
The resignation is elated. Weekie, you can't tell somebody say you divorce a woman and you tell a woman who to go law to. You are wrong. Tell a woman decide who big a leader. You can't tell this, give a big recommendation to why you are no more. You can't divorce a woman and then go law to Weekie. Then why you saying? I think thank you for your resignation, and we hope that the people will move on far with this country. Let the country be built so that we can make that abroad better. Thank you for this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. Let's talk to other callers on the line. You live. Good morning.
Weekie, and good morning to now.
Good morning, sir.
This is Gabriel Conto from the Sokene Pepper, present at the GSH room. So you see, they agreed to a larger part of the voting. We now cover the internet because on our call back say when cover resign, okay. So now cover la right because cover resign. So they cover resign, and so we want to see why on our cover is a man. Let's see why he man because he's a cover resign. He cover ain't sure that he really a man. Because when they eating somehow money there, they go in place and sit and get talk plenty. Okay. So let's see why they kill the men now. Because men are resign. So we'll see the killing of it. Oh no, come back thank you for resigning. Thank you.
All right. We didn't see. Somebody said we were going to put a career bedroom so fine. Good morning.
Yeah, we want to give Bruce and that for this final segment. I'm going to just small for me from the Commander Peace Island, coming called 540. You know, we get like I say, all of media online. Almost for another cover resignation now, in like, we should not be done by last time you see 4 years. That the Oma just say. They may say, only time or long. But you can't tell us that you should put money in budget and see this on it. But I mean, I'm follow law there. So now, all the consultancy theory, you have Musa Bele, spoken to the government yet. Why it took so long now? That's enough force. And I always say enough force. That is it. They have a property as a single share. That is property for life. What will go wrong to move the economy forward? That is consultant theory that went on to strangulate the starting move. So what's another GP? People working on the you know what happened in the country? You know what were you at home? So a resignation, let that be later thing down there. So things going enough for us to live with him. Or when you're going to say when you resign, okay, so after that you're thinking about it. Because you got to say you okay when you resign. So let you keep it here, you're going to be able to see man till 2029. Thank you very much.
Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Hello? Yeah, my name is Jonathan calling from GSH in the morning. Yeah, thank you so much for the conversation this morning. But what I got to say, I appreciate so far for resigning also, and I'd like to appreciate the personal for the discipline. Thank you.
Good morning, ambassadors. How you doing?
We are doing fine. Go ahead.
Praise God. This is Father Valai from Woodcan.
Go ahead.
Yeah, from the genesis of this whole thing, I appeal to Councillor Konati Fofa to have resigned. It is belated. They have no sugar with email resignation right now. It's just a mere face that, shame that he's facing right now. We don't have nothing, no credit for him resigning. It's just a fake something. He should have done that ever since to make the people shame. At least as a man of integrity. He suffered a lot.
He said as a legal luminary, he was not going to give up this. He wanted to say appreciate that this thing should not continue after every time. So, but he needed to back up at the appropriate time.
Yeah, even the president that he said out right now is appeared a lot of people. You know that so many people have suffered from it. So many people are suffering from it. And he himself will suffer from it. He suffered the Liberian people. He was elected as a representative. He was not born as a speaker. Nobody came onto this earth as whatsoever a title is, to remain with you and go back.
speaker of the co-founder have resigned ever since to gain momentum to say, yeah, this is a man. And he said, this is meaning, and he said, and then he just come down today. I mean, all of these things, Mr. Brown said, our TD presentation, those are kind of sycophants up there sitting down there, like with fellow like them here, they born like yeah. That's a boy.
Thank you. Honorable man, I know you ain't going to bore about. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie Brooks Ambassador, and good morning, Mr. Bob.
You're welcome, sir.
My name is Patrick Yagayos F. And Patrick was not doing anything because he is a legal luminary. No. He's a legal luminary and put in Royal Hotel Room 1035. You read about it. And you legal man, you didn't do anything about it. Now did you go to the court? He write the plenary to say the committee on finance. This is what they are doing, and it's illegal and wrong. And they all refuse to listen to anybody to go to court. So some the corrupt act that have been having that is very exposed, and he also been part of it. Aiding and abetting all our law is on ground. So the people have been aiding and abetting criminality in the house. The removal of the former justice is so wrong now. There was a procedural error. It was wrong. It was one of the brains behind his removal. Hey, legal luminary, he didn't do anything about that. Why did not say they were not work because we are going by the wrong procedure? Oh, it got to be illegal luminary. The police said they can't work with you, step aside. So I got up for our speaker. Whatever he's doing is related. It is shame, disgrace, and the way you have belittling himself politically, that was brought into where he is now and saying he's resigning. He got no drill for him to say here. He's not doing the labyrinth for any favor. It's his own shame that is displaying on him. That he's trying to really trying to say he's taking himself. And when he left the court, he said drink consultation before resigning. And that's what the woman said. And the woman is right. The woman said, I didn't know better. He was saying for a long time. He didn't want to say. Brother came down. He didn't win any battle. He didn't win anything. But the government is a loser who try to keep the country down to step at the darkness temple. He was saying for a long time. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk to other callers. Your life.
This is Solomon Moses.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. One thing we want to know is that you have the quorum, you're not squaring down. So that is belated. But you know he can't find a way out. Nobody willing to go on his side. So the majority stays strong. And then ability, they're all inside the popping things. He make me go away. He get beyond Pradikuba go away. Who next he go into again, we don't know. Because now he has his own party. And now he break Kumi into pieces and he sit there in our house. He will never ever get speakership in Musability. Thank you.
Let's talk to you.
Yeah, this Weekie. Thank you for the brilliant question. If there will be reaffirmation or reintroduction of the resolution that brought Rachel Kuhn to that position, what I can say for short, it is left with plenary to decide. So we'll wait to see what will happen tomorrow. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. We will all wait to see. Your life.
Thank you. Weekie Brooks, a pleasant good morning to the both of you in studio. This is Hussein. My name is Hussein Kevo. I call from Jacobson. I then following let me say thanks for the show. So I want to state this for the record. I'm a supporter of this government, a member of the Unity Party. But Fonati has set a precedent. I listened to some of my friends. This man was elected as the constitutional speaker of the 55th by majority members. They elected him as speaker. And the law provides, in order to remove him, you should have the number to remove him. So Fonati is clear endorsed the protection of the constitution. That is clear. Now he knows that he don't have the number anymore. He has decided to resign and the country should move forward. If nobody wants to appreciate him, let me be the one person to say thank you for resigning.
you set a precedent that this country, it is recorded in history, that there were a speaker that went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that he is the constitutional recognized speaker, and he resigned. So that is recorded in history. I know my friends won't like this, but we have to appreciate it because the man was now appointed by any member of the executive. He was elected by his colleagues. And the law provides that. For me, I'm not looking at the political side. I'm looking at the law. The law provides the man being a speaker of the 55th. That's the same law to remove him. Now the Supreme Court said he is recognized as the legitimate speaker of the 55th, and now he's resigning so that the country can move forward. Thank you, Speaker Kufa. I want to say thank you. Now it is up to the other members to see how best they can move the country forward. The executives cannot intrude into the functions and workings of the legislature. President Bouakai cannot oppose, right, or suggest to a speaker resigning. It is the lawmaker. So in themselves, if Speaker Kufa resigns today, and it's okay, we'll have resolution to bring or who as the legitimate speaker is up to them. I don't have any power to do, to do anything into that. The president does not have that power. It is up to the representatives. So thanks to him, he did exceptionally well. Now it is up to them to do the needful. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Your light.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Good morning. This is Water Expert calling from Korea Canada this morning.
Water, go ahead.
Let me thank you guys very much for the talking point. The issue about the law is very important. It's good to follow the law. But the issue about the law, it was good. It will drop into history. It will also come into wire. And one of these children who will be taking wire next year, I think they will come in 6 Washington, and that people will see how better will know. But the issue here is that, let me tell you, the resolution has come out, the new resolution has come out. These guys I agree. I just want to get inside, I agree that this resolution, because for the law, for the ruling, I think the speaker, the deputy speaker, will be presiding tomorrow. And they agree that because of law, for expediency, Thomas Farah should proceed as speaker. Then we'll know among ourselves too.
Will Rachel Kuhn agree that Thomas Farah be a speaker? He be an ordinary representative? Will he agree?
Well, brother, all I want to tell you is the issue has been resolved. That Farah, because by the ruling of the Supreme Court, that the president wanted for her and pull the authority of Rachel Kuhn to leave the process, that Farah will take over as speaker. Then among the colleagues, because they want for peace to exist among them, then they will come up with a deputy speaker. Then Kuhn will be as consultant, will be as a representative, work along with them, and everything will be done in a peaceful manner. Take it from me, when the house open tomorrow, that is the first thing to be on the floor that they will endorse. Farah will take over as speaker. Then the morning colleague, they intended people, everything.
Was he in that meeting? Was he in that meeting?
Good morning.
Will it see what will happen?
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Joel Bakwan. I call from Kingsville.
Good morning, sir.
Right. With respect to the issue of Kufa resignation or pending resignation, because of politics, maybe 10 minutes to the time so he can change his mind. But if he resigns, my own thought is that he's not resigning voluntarily. It's a compulsory resolution of a resignation that he's about to do, if he should do so. I say so because that horse is a political horse. During the recess, if Kufa were able to have the number, be very sure that you have at least 37 to conduct this day, that he will preside over to conduct this day, he will not resign. But I think he played a same game that almost there is no place some time ago when he went to the Supreme Court said he was illegally removed, but he thought that he could not have the number to preside, so he had to resign. So kudos to him. It's better for him to resign than for him to be removed. Because I did hear a member please from Bonka, they say in the resume section, Kufa cannot get the number. She was going to join the other to sign a resolution to have it removed. I'm sure he has maneuvered, but he cannot get a number to conduct the business. So for him, the best way out before tomorrow Tuesday is just to resign so that they can say he was removed. So I think that's why he's resigning. It's not voluntary, it's compulsory because he cannot obtain the number to conduct business. Thank you.
You're live.
Yeah, is that Weekie or whoever?
Please go ahead.
Alright, I'm Emmanuel calling from the radio field. In the material started so long where all our from Canada, 15 days.
Which man are
Hello?
Which man are like?
Red light, I think for travel, travel.
I said which part of red light to be specific?
We buy red from Manchester gas station, all the cars going all the time, all the cars pass. They said the police are giving their hands and 2 guys on the road, so they are about to do a peaceful protest. So, as I'm speaking, there is no car rolling from Banga to Gado, there is no car coming from Gado. It's all on the road.
Okay, we'll verify that. We heard about that earlier on, but that's how we would like to go home this morning on this edition of the Morning Wrap. But before we go, we'd like to say many thanks to all of you for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful day. And I'd like to say happy birthday to you, Reverend G. Abbott Dow of Police Academy. Today you celebrate your birthday. You have it from Ruben C. Justin, coming to call Dumbat Fire of the Painesville City or community. And we'll say happy birthday to you, Nettie Dan of Pacos Outline. And let me say happy birthday to Mrs. Mary Newman, Gardnersville. You celebrate your birthday today. Today we'll talk to you tomorrow on behalf of the team. I'm Weekie Brooks.
And I'm Nathaniel. Check it out.
And Tini Gloves back is there behind the camera this morning. Have a wonderful time.
I want my car back.
Okay, so let me ask you some basic questions for the clarity of the public. When last did you see the child? How old was the child when you, according to you, turned the child over to his sister? And on what negotiation, what was your condition for which you had to, give custody to his sister?
I gave a child to her by the time a child 4 years old. It was not something like we made paper or anything. It was something like where she decided to take care of her brother's daughter to be her help. That was all. And
at that time, where was she living?
She was living in Habel.
So